Hey, question for people on Instagram. Uh, can you hear music? And does the audio sound cool? I guess this is for everybody. I'm multi streaming right now. So does the audio sound good? Happy birthday, Sophia. Congratulations on making it another year. Oh shit, I didn't start on TikTok. I'm actually not gardening. Is it laggy on Instagram? How's the live feed on Instagram? Is it cool? What the hell? Can somebody Alright, bet. Thank you, Determined Kid 5. Once I get this set up and figured out, then I'll start. I actually have a plan for today. I'm not just coming on and sitting here twiddling my thumbs, but I'm trying to get this thing set first. Um, can y'all hear the music on Instagram? Can you hear background music? What the hell? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Okay, bet. All right. Now let me get them straight on TikTok. All right. We're getting somewhere. Boom. All right, bet. All right, we got people. Cool. All right, where's my... All right, so we're going to do a little activity. Hey, can I rap for y'all? Nah. I'm sorry, but no. All right, I need y'all to pick a number. You got to pick a number between 1 and 85. 1 and 85. We're live on TikTok, on Twitch, and on Instagram.
What you got going on over there, cuz?
What's up, man?
What you got going on over there?
What you mean? Not right now. This
People
is
call into you and talk to you,
this is
and
the
they
first. This is the first inaugural stream setup. So no, I might call you back.
nah, don't call me nigga.
All right.
Alright.
Hey yo. All right. All right. So before I was interrupted, we got to pick a number between 1 and 85. 1 and 85. Thanks. Somebody said the dog's cute. Thanks. He's all right. Let me write your numbers down in the order that I get them, because there's a list of questions 1 through 85 that ranges from like romantic, personal, self growth, spirituality, you name it. Um, so yeah, we're gonna go through and answer questions. I'm gonna answer questions, and then y'all can answer questions in the chat too. I titled this live "Safe Space." I've been in, I don't know, a little of a creative block, like not being able to record videos like I usually do. And what I've noticed, whenever I go live, it feels more authentic. Like I reach that flow state more naturally. So I'm gonna rest in this space for a little bit and just do what I do best and talk. That's one thing teachers are good at, is talking people's head off. So yeah, I might have just talk. We're all gonna talk. We're gonna vent. Oh shit, the numbers are coming in. So I got 7, 62, 23, 57. Picking a number between 1 and 75. No sound? God damn, what's going on? Check. Sound. Sounds out on Instagram. I don't know. Is the sound still out? I guess not. People are sending numbers. Um. Okay. All right. Hopefully the sound is good. Okay. Somebody said now they can hear. Writing down the numbers so I can just have them. 62. 8. For people on Twitch and TikTok, we're picking a number between 1 and 85. I'm writing them down. And we're going to go through them. So I'm writing them down in the order that I get them. Where do we leave off? 8, 62, 52. Take a few more. 30, 29. All right, bet. What's up, Lana? What's up, Micah? All right, we're going to jump into it now. All right, first off, question number 7. Let's see what we got. Oh, shit. Number 7. So not only am I going to answer this question, I like for people to answer this question as well. It's not just about me, it's about us and the dog. But question 7, what's a mistake that ended up changing your life for the better? What's a mistake that ended up changing your life for the better? That's the question that we're answering in the chat. I think if you know me or been following me for a while, I think you already know what my answer is. You already know what my answer is. But would I really consider that a mistake? Let me try to think of something else. Because first thing that came to mind was this whole Braden scandal. But I don't really consider that a mistake because I wasn't doing anything weird like people were portraying. So no, I'm not going to consider that a mistake. What's a mistake that ended up changing my life for the better? Damn. That's the question. Try to see if people answer it. Maybe I'll read some others and get some inspiration. Mistake that ended up changing my life for the better. First teaching position fell through. That's a good one. Snap to that one. That's a good one. That's a good one. Because if that would have fell through, we never would have met each other, most likely. So yeah. Snap to that. Snap to that. Fail an exam. Okay. You had to explain that one. How did it change your life for the better? Damn, I'm really struggling with that. I got it. Let me pull up before I say that one. All right. My mistake that ended up changing my life for the better, I would have to say, and before I answer this, does it sound like do y'all hear like an echo? Do y'all hear an echo at all? Or am I tripping? Sorry, this is all new to me. No echo. Okay, cool. All right. Yes. For my mistake, a mistake. So again, the question is, what's a mistake that ended up changing your life for the better? I'd say in my last relationship, me cheating on her. That was of course that was a mistake, but without that, and it took me a long time to come to this realization, but without that phase of me being a F boy and being immature and not being loyal and lying and a slew of other things, I wouldn't be who I am today. So yeah, the man that I've become today and that I'm still growing into makes a lot better decisions. He's a lot more intentional with the things that he does, and I credit that to some of the mistakes that I made in the past, especially in my previous relationship. So yeah, for sure. Yeah, that was a good one. All right, check. Next one. 62. You straight, nigga? Question 20. Oh, not 22. 62. Question 62. How do you tell the difference between ego and intuition? How do you tell the difference between ego and intuition? This dog is making hella noise for no reason. Failed my exam, which let me time to travel during my studies. Okay. Okay. I get that. How do you tell the difference between ego and intuition? And again, feel free to answer these questions as well. Oh, we're still on the first one. My bad. We're still answering the first one. I accidentally sent the text to my mom that was meant for someone else about traveling out of town for a friend's birthday weekend in DC. So she was super excited, but ended up being an amazing week. That's what I think he meant to type. So I guess you were trying to surprise her. That's what I'm getting from that. It was supposed to be a surprise. Yo. You tell the difference between ego and intuition. Back to the question. I feel like intuition is a more, I don't know, internal. It's something that you can internally feel with your being. I feel like decisions and thoughts that come out of ego. I don't know, with me, it's like I gotta follow where the thought comes from. There's certain times that I feel as though thoughts kind of randomly pop in my mind, but other times they come up from me thinking about something that would evoke that thought to come out. I don't know if that makes sense. But it's like intuition, something can like randomly come over you. And I feel like that, I don't know, that's like intuition. That's internal. That's something that you feel. But something that's ego or ego driven, even though, yeah, it comes from internally. But I don't know how to answer that one, honestly. I thought I had something, but then I don't have it. I don't know how to answer that. I feel like the answer I did say it. Oh, maybe I'm not off. I'm not off. Ego is thoughts, intuition is feeling. Okay. Trust intuition more than ego. You have to. You'd be in a world of trouble. Depends on what the thought is bringing to you. Use my ego leads to me to negative things. Facts. Facts. Ego is a construction. Yeah. Okay. Maybe I wasn't too far off. All right. 23. 23. So I'm gonna do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm gonna do 5 more of these, and then I'm gonna answer some of the questions that I've been getting. Like, I did a couple polls a while back, and people were asking questions. I'm gonna answer some of those questions on live. So we're gonna do 5 more of these questions from this list, and then we're gonna do like follower questions, and maybe read through some of these wild DMs that I get. Yeah, maybe we'll do that. Okay, next one. 23. 23, what does emotional safety look like for you? That's question number 3. What does emotional safety look like to you? If you're on TikTok, the background music, is it over my voice? Is it too much? Can someone on TikTok answer me or answer that question? What am I doing? I'm on live and I'm answering questions. But can someone on TikTok tell me if the background music is too loud? Anything? I'm trying to see what it's doing on TikTok. I've never multi-streamed before. TikTok. Anybody on TikTok, can you tell me if the music is too loud? Too loud, okay. I was wondering why people weren't. Yeah. Let's go ahead and fix that. What about now? And I'm echoing. No more echo. Is it still good? Small echo. Man, I don't know. Hopefully it's not too bad. Okay. The question. What does emotional safety look like for you? Emotional safety is being able to express myself and my emotions, which one I have struggled with a lot. I feel like a lot of black men, or maybe just men in general, but I'm speaking on behalf of black men because I am a black man. We're not taught how to effectively handle or express our emotions. We're oftentimes taught to repress the things that we feel, which manifest into unhealthy coping strategies that aren't good for yourself or the people around you. So emotional safety for me is being able to express what I'm feeling. Of course, not lash out and be irrational, but being able to express my feelings and be vulnerable and not have it used against me or blow up in my face later because I open up and say something. Being understood or trying to understand me and where I'm coming from, practicing empathy with me because I try my best to be intentional with how I treat other people and try my best to be empathetic with them and put myself in their shoes to understand what they're going through or what they could be thinking. But I also want that in return. And also, I want you to do that with me because if it's a safe space, not only can I do that, but you should feel safe enough to do that as well. Yeah. For sure. Not being able to share with no judgment, but the other person wants me to share. Yeah, that's a good one too. Emotionally protected, feeling safe and acceptance, accepting flaws. It's like a warm blanket made of love and reassurance. All that. Yeah. Type shit. Hey, stop, bro. I be putting that blanket down for a reason. He always gotta. He's trying to move it like that's his side of the bed. Keep your blanket on your side of the bed. Yeah, not having that is the worst feeling ever. One big trigger for me is feeling misunderstood because I often felt that a lot growing up. Like I was always I don't know, the kid who was different or unique or I was just different from the crowd and I was often I don't know, kind of like ostracized not only by my peers in a sense, but also I felt a little of that from my family, not feeling accepted or understood or like someone mentioned, them wanting to try to understand you and where you're coming from, but people fear what they don't understand and kind of just shrug it off. And experiencing that as a child leads to more problems than one. So yeah, even if he's had his own bed, it doesn't work. He likes to be on the furniture because that's how he's always been since he was a puppy. But yeah, that's a big thing for me. Feeling misunderstood and like when I'm trying my best to, convey what I'm thinking and what I'm feeling and to still have somebody miss it. Yeah, But I mean, you can't expect you from other people. And that's a lesson I'm still learning to this day. Check. Past person would blame me, beg me to share feelings, and then will blame me saying take things the wrong way. Yeah, and I hate that. Express yourself and then having it used against you. I don't like that. Hello, Jackie. I don't like that. 57. 57. All right, now we're getting a little raunchy. This one is in the sex, intimacy, and desire question list. This one, 57. Do you associate sex with emotional closeness, or do you separate the two? I don't separate the two. I have to be emotionally connected to you in some way in order to go that far. I'm not like most of my peers my age. I'm 29 years old. A lot of young males today, not only young males, I feel like just people in general are just too loose with their goods. And that goes for men and women. Me personally, I don't think everyone is deserving to have access to you in that capacity. And I'm not one for one-off flings. You gotta strike something in me emotionally in order for me to go that far. But yeah, I have separated the two. I can. It's a little easier for guys. I feel like guys can separate the emotional side of it a little bit easier than women can, just because women are just more feeling. They're more intuitive, so it's different for them. But I have been able to separate it. But now in my adulthood, yeah, I need the emotional closeness. It's deeper than just rubbing parts. It's deeper than that. It's deeper. It's deeper. How are you healing from that and using that experience to be better in the future? I don't even know what that is referring to. I don't know what that's referring to. You had to refresh my memory. Someone said I can easily separate the two. I used to be able to do that, but I can't now. Like I'm not trying to get it in if I don't feel that emotional closeness to you. It's gonna take a lot more to get me. It's not just about looks anymore and about what the body looks like. Like you gotta strike something in me. The first question. First question? I don't even remember the first question. I'm not gonna hold you. Was that about like my ex and cheating? Was that the one? No, I'm not saying women can't separate the two. I'm just saying it's a little bit it's harder for women to do that. It's harder. I'm not, I'm not a sexist or anything like that, but if you compare men and women as far as being in touch with their emotions and feelings and their subconscious, women, that's literally the feminine, that's the divine feminine essence. They feel more intensely than men can. Not saying it's not possible, but yeah, that's it. Why? That's why. There's aspects of the divine feminine and the divine masculine. To me, at least. It's cool now. I'm sorry. I'm moving too fast. I don't even know. Yes, 57. Number 3. Number 3. Number 3. What part of yourself are you still learning to love or accept? What part of yourself are you still learning to love and accept? So much just came up from that question. I have a few things. On one hand, I'm learning to love and accept my dark side. I feel as though we humans have the same archetypes that we have in our religions: good versus evil, dark versus light, God versus Satan, Jesus, Lucifer. The book goes on and on. I feel like those talk about our internal battles, as above, so below, as within, so without. So we are the microcosm to the grand macrocosm of the world. So I'm learning to love and accept instead of push it away and demonize it, like accepting that part of myself. Like, because I have a certain, I don't know, I got awareness of my intrusive thoughts and how I be thinking and how I be feeling. And sometimes it ain't cool, but I'm accepting that, that's just part of myself. I'm good enough to not act on certain things, but that's just a part of who I am, and I'm learning to accept that. And conversely, on the other hand, I'm learning to accept the loving part of myself, because my upbringing and my just life experiences has kind of hardened me and made me cold and numb to a sense. And there's a part of me that's yearning for, I don't know, like love. I want to feel shit. I want to feel shit like I used to. And yeah, a lot of the times I can't. It just feels like nothing. It feels just, nothingness. But I still get little glimpses of just like that, I don't know, feeling of just bliss and love and connection and I want more of that. I want to operate more from my heart space. I don't want to be this hard ass anymore, or this robot or cold. I don't want to be like that anymore. Like, I want to be lovey and having all the feels, but it's like I can think it. I can think the feels with my logical part of my brain, but it's like my feeling part. I don't be feeling shit like I used to. Yeah. And now another thing is I thought about, another part I'm learning to love and accept is the imperfect part. Take that back. I believe that we all are perfectly imperfect. I think that everybody's perfect. We are perfectly imperfect. But learning to accept my lacks and things that I still need to improve on, because I tend to be really hard on myself, and my internal critic or critic. Yeah, my internal critic is just like super harsh, and he be doing a number on me. And just being accepting and forgiving and understanding that I'm human and I make mistakes, but it's okay. You can always improve and bounce back. Mm, mm, mm. A sip to that. Thanks, T. That's the vibe I was going for. These are like my journal prompts, so things that I would just write about. Instead of writing it, I'm talking it, because that's more therapeutic. So hopefully people resonate with what I'm saying, and I want this to be that's why I titled this Safe Space. I want people to, like, y'all can be in the chat and you can vent about what you're feeling. If these questions make you want to answer it, because this is a safe space. This is a no judgment zone. Unless you're just an asshole, we're all going to judge you. But if you're not an asshole, I have no reason to judge. Aucune raison. Yes, numéro 3. All right, 77. 20. 40. Seven. When do you feel most insecure, and how do you usually respond to that feeling? I feel the most insecure when I'm somewhere that I don't fit in. Yes. Yes. I feel most insecure when I am somewhere in an environment where I do not feel welcomed, understood, and if the vibe doesn't match. I would consider myself, I can't remember if it's an omnivert or an ambivert, but basically I'm generally reserved and to myself. I'm introverted, but in the right settings, around the right people, in the right environments, I can come out of my shell and be the most social butterfly. But if I'm somewhere and the vibes aren't right, it automatically makes me feel insecure. Especially if I feel like I'm the oddball out, which I usually do. That's how I usually feel, which is why I'm often alone or just with my dog or my animals, because they don't judge me and they're pretty cool and they're better than most people. Um, yeah, if I'm just somewhere where I feel like I'm just a sore thumb, it makes me feel insecure. I shouldn't, but that's how that makes me feel. Just being somewhere I don't fit in. And how do I usually respond? If it's somewhere I have to be, I just gotta suck that shit up and just do it, I guess. But if I have a choice, if if I decide to stay at the event, I'll just duck off somewhere solo. Like say if it's a cookout somewhere at a park, I'm just going to dip off in the woods somewhere and explore, let my inner child roam instead of staying in a space that I feel doesn't serve me and makes me feel insecure. Um, or I'll just leave. Straight up. I am still teaching, but not right now. It's summer break. I feel most insecure when I'm at a large group with people I don't know. For sure, in those spaces, I would try to seek out a connection or conversation with someone. Yeah, for sure, and it depends on my mood too. Like if I'll try. If I'm in that social mood, even despite being somewhere I don't feel as though I fit in, I'll still try to seek out and make a little small talk, even though I hate small talk, because it lacks substance. But I'll do it sometimes if I'm feeling it. But yeah, I guess when around men, and that's a terrible thing. And I have to apologize on behalf of men that make women feel insecure. Yeah, I'm not. I'm gonna have to. We're gonna have to table that one. Let me write that down. Actually, we're gonna have to table that one. I was about to go. I was about to go. I was about to go in. Feel most insecure. My bad. That's my sister coming in. Yeah, I feel most insecure when I'm not being heard by someone I really care about. That's real. What's fitting in though? I feel like everyone is masking their way through life. Oh, for sure. But like, say going to a professional development, and then you just be like, in a professional setting, I don't fit in because this is just a bunch of proper ass people, and me, I'm just so laid back. And I mean, yeah, I can be serious and professional when I need to be, but my view on life, like shit, don't got to be so serious. We don't have to be so serious. Like loosen up a bit. So like having, yeah, for sure, we have to unfortunately put on a mask, and that's something that I don't know. That's something that I despise or I detest about the world today. Is like a lot of the spaces we occupy, we can't show up as our true, authentic selves, and that's a problem. as long as you don't show up as some creep ass weirdo, yeah. But just if what you're doing isn't harming yourself or anyone else or anything else, like you should be able to just be you and express yourself. But we do have to put on masks. I'm trying to get to a point where I don't got to put a mask on around anybody. I'm just me all the time. And honestly, for the most part, I am. I got to tone it back a little bit. Like as a teacher with middle schoolers, I can't just outright say what I be wanting to say sometimes and have the conversation I wish I could have. As blunt as I want to have them, I can't. I have to put that mask on and play the role, you know. But yeah, nah. I hate small talk as well. Always ready to get into the yeah. Like let's talk about stuff that matters. I don't want to talk about how we're getting a good amount of rain or just a bunch of random fluff, especially senseless stuff dealing with the politics and yeah. Spare me with. Oh no, I mean no. I take that back. I'll talk a little bit about politics, but my view on politics varies or vastly differs from the common American. I feel like I'm beyond the two-party system. I'm past the illusion of choice. We're bamboozled into thinking it's just a two-party thing. Like there's an whole independent party. And if you look into it, it's probably be a lot better off having somebody representing us on that half. But even then, we got Congress that is majority of a certain party. So it's like a lose-lose situation. Honestly, you're just gonna knock over the light because you're just so big and you can't freaking just walk through spaces normally like a normal dog. Back up, because you're gonna knock my stuff down. Go back. Yes. Thank you. Bonne nuit. Yeah, thank you, Sin. What number are we on? That was number 77. Now we got 73. This is 73 is the last one before I answer like personal questions or like from followers from my polls that I put up a while back. That's next. Kill. 73. I lost it. No. What's a bad habit that's protecting a deeper pain? What's a bad habit that's protecting a deeper pain? I ain't gonna lie, for me, it's my relationship with Mary Jane. I'm gonna be completely honest. There's another question here is like, what's something that your soul keeps telling you? My soul keeps telling me, my higher self keeps telling me, the universe keeps telling me, you gotta break up with Mary Jane. Because you don't have a healthy relationship. Not knocking the medicine because it can be used for medicinal purposes. Not knocking that, even though we're not even supposed to be smoking it, but that's a whole nother thing. But I'm a smoke me a J, and that's what hey, that's my vice. That's my vice, and how I cope with the stressors of the planet. But it's gotten to a point where one, it has become excessive. Two, it is expensive. It adds up. Three, which should have been number one, it's not the healthiest thing. We shouldn't be inhaling smoke of any kind. But it's used as a tool to numb the pain and escape. And I think that pain for me is just to be just honest, the pain of existing. Existence itself, like, is just a lot nowadays. It's just a lot to exist in this space. It's just a lot. And that's just masking all this. It's protecting me from just handling that head on. I'm not a huge drinker. I'll drink on occasion, but that's, it's not really my go-to. It's always been Mary Jane. Well, it hasn't always been, but now it's my main thing. It's my main thing. No longer a side piece. It's the main squeeze. But yeah, it's just like preventing me from feeling and handling and moving through everything with a sober mind. Because that to me nowadays, having a sober mind, that's a superpower. If you can just exist on this rock sober, I'm trying to get back there. I was there before. I used to be, but life caught up and gave me an uppercut. So it's like, yeah, sit your ass back down. So I'm in a phase of trying to have some discipline, and self-control. We are supposed to eat it for sure. We're supposed to eat it. We're supposed to cook it, activate the cannabinoids, and then consume it like that. We're not supposed to inhale it. For sure. But yeah, that's a bad habit. A bad habit. I think that's a song. Yes. All right. Should we do one more of those questions for gigs and shiggles? We got 62. I'm gonna go back to the. Let's go back to. Is there one in that section? Next Friday, same time. I gotta set a schedule or when I'm gonna do these. I'm gonna start doing these more often. As you see, I got my whole setup. We're streaming on Twitch, on Instagram, on TikTok, all at the same time. I've never done multi-streaming before. But we here. Quick little caveat. Again, another one of these questions, a harsh truth that I've had to tell myself and have been telling myself repeatedly, and my soul's been telling me this. And it's something that I've always knew, but now is just starting to become more and more apparent, that no one is coming to save me. No one is coming to save me. And if I want the things that I want, if I want the life that I want, then I have to do the work and I have to do the shit. It's written up. You can't reach rich goals with poor habits. The magic you seek is in the work you're avoiding. Procrastination is arrogance. It's the vague assumption that we have more time. Time is all we have and don't. And is also the most valuable asset on the planet. Worth more than money. The richest people on the planet will tell you if they could get anything, if they could buy anything, it'd be more time. Time is all we have and don't. No one's coming to save you, so you got to put the pedal to the freaking floor and you got to work. You got to fight against the urge to procrastinate, to be mediocre, to be complacent, be lazy, to just accept what life has given you. This is where the work starts. This is where the work starts. So that's something that I've been telling myself. It's time. That's why I'm doing the streaming now, because this is stuff that I've been putting off. People have been telling me for the longest time, just do it. Because it's always good. It's always good vibes. Like, people have been saying it's good vibes when we do this. And people, like, it's community. But yeah, it's just time. It's time to stop sleeping on talents. That's just not with me. That's with everybody. But I'm just speaking on my personal experience. It's time to stop wasting life and start living it. It's like up top in my brain, I can see the life I want. It's like the manifestation, the visualization, the meditation is all there. Like I see it up here in my mind's eye, but it's often infuriating that my physical reality doesn't match my mental reality quite yet. But if you think it, it's possible. I just need to bring it in the physical plane, and it's just a matter of continuing on that path of manifestation, visualizing, putting it in that mental plane, but also doing things and showing up as the person that already has it. So even if your waking reality does not reflect the things that you have in your mind, you still have to show up like that person that's in your mind. And that is the hardest thing. It's hard to show up every day as the first millionaire in your family, and then you got this bill due, and these freaking student loan people calling you about this freaking debt. It's hard, but that's what we're doing. You know, that's life. That's life, ain't it? That's life. Yeah, that's life. Don't we save each other? To a certain degree, for sure. But there's certain things you gotta save yourself from. Like I'm fighting shit. Can't nobody save it from. Can't nobody save myself from these things except for me. That's just. I think everybody has those internal things. Me as a man, there's just certain shit I gotta face alone. As a warrior, can't nobody hold my hand with it. They can kind of pat me on the back, but when the gates to the octagon close, it's just me and the opponent, me versus me. So type shit. All right. Now we're gonna answer some questions from Instagram, because I put up a poll a while back, and yeah, we got some questions, so we're gonna answer that here on live. We're gonna answer them. Everybody still good? Audio still clean? Still hear me okay? You're not lagging, it ain't blurry. TikTok, how we looking? Graham, what's up? How we looking? Twitch, if anybody's on Twitch. I think people are on Twitch. Let's see. We got people on Twitch. How we looking on Twitch? Just to check the status of the live. Make sure it ain't looking crazy. Shout out to you, Nikayla. Thank you, Nikayla. I'm 29. Can someone on Instagram check in and tell me how the live is looking on the gram? To the homies and Twitch, can you tell me if it's looking... Well, no, I can see the stream on my phone. It looks fine. It's a little latency with the Instagram, so we gotta wait for somebody to respond. Before I proceed, I want to make sure everyone's straight. Ever been to a fight? I've been in lots of fights. Both in an uncontrolled and controlled setting. Yes. I've lost 2 fights. If I had to, let me see how many fights I've been in total. I'd say I've been in, I'm trying to think of a number. I'm trying to think all the way back to damn middle school. I've been in at least 8 fights, somewhere between 8 and 11 fights, and this is both in controlled and uncontrolled settings. And out of those 8 to 11, 2 of those were L's. Yeah, so I've been in a fight for sure. For sure. Actually, I'm fighting every day. Fighting for my life on this planet. In this country. So, hell yeah, I've been in a fight. And it's still going. Shoot. What was I doing? Questions. All right, cool. We got the questions pulled up. We're about to dive into these questions. We're about to dive into these questions. Let's go ahead and do it. So these questions are from Instagram. They're from Instagram. I put up a poll on my story. This is after my newfound stardom got some traffic to my page, and a lot of people just had a lot of questions. So I saved them, and I was like, I'm gonna make a video answering people's questions. So let's go ahead and do that. I think the most common question was like, what got me into teaching? How did I start teaching? How did my teaching journey begin? So I guess I'll answer that one. So cool. Yes, the first question we're answering from the Instagram poll is what got me into teaching, or how did I start teaching? Believe it or not, I never wanted to be a teacher. Never once crossed my mind growing up. Like, it's not something that I wanted to do. It's something that I heard people would say that, like, oh, do you ever thought about being a teacher? And I would automatically curse the idea. I just didn't understand how people willingly subjected themselves to the horrors of just being a teacher. So yeah, I'd curse the idea, damned it to hell. It's not something that I wanted to do. The first thing I wanted to do, I wanted to be an astronomer. That's the first ever thing I wanted to do, or career I wanted to undertake, is astronomy. Because we have a famous astronaut in my family, Ronald McNair. He's actually my cousin on my mom's side. So Ronald McNair, if you don't know, he was one of the astronauts that died in the Challenger explosion. I believe it was 1986 in January. He was on the Challenger explosion, and he's my cousin. I never met him because I was born in '96. But yeah, like I have pictures of him and my mom, him and my granddad, and there's like him and other family members. So seeing him when I was younger, and like doing projects on somebody who's in my family, that made me want to be an astronomer. But that kind of, I wouldn't say fell off, but I just started to broaden my horizons. I watched a lot of Animal Planet and Discovery Channel. I really got into like storm chasing shows, like tornadoes and hurricanes and stuff like that. So I wanted to be a meteorologist. So astronomer first, then a meteorologist. And then after that, I wanted to be an environmental scientist. And that was kind of like the last thing. That was about middle school. Into middle school, going into high school, it's like I knew that I wanted to do environmental science. Yeah, and that's what I went to college for. I got my bachelor's degree in wildlife and fisheries, which is pretty much environmental science, and a minor in biology. And I was originally doing field work. I was a field technician. So I was doing research. So I did research for the National Park Service, U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service, U.S. Geological Survey, NOAA, so the National Atmospheric or Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration. So that's what I was doing in college / after college. But that fell through. I was back home looking for work. I got some job offers from like laboratories, doing being a field technician in the lab, but some of the duties or some of the job duties, it just didn't sit right with me and my morals. Certain things I just wasn't going to do as far as animals are concerned. So I turned a couple of those down, and I was just at home looking for a job. Started substituting at my old school, and after that, I was substituting at the school. Doing that for a little bit. I was kind of good at it, and like students were asking me like, "Oh, why can't you be our regular teacher?" Like, it was just when I started, there was this 5th grade class. They hated their teacher, and I was usually their substitute whenever he was gone, and they would just always just say tell me the horror stories and how they wish that I could just stay with them instead of him coming back. It was insane. But yeah, substitute for a little bit. We took a field trip to North Bay Adventure, which is an environmental education center in Northeast Maryland. Yeah, like I said, environmental science center or education center. So that's pretty much what I studied in school. So while I was there, I ended up doing an interview with the manager, and a week later, I got a job offer to be an educator at North Bay. So that's outdoor education. So our classrooms were outside. We had to hike around the woods. We had, character development pieces. We had adventure elements, rope swing, zip line, rock climbing, all that. That was like my dream job. I loved it. I got to teach people or teach kids about things that I was passionate about and things that I feel as though is important, like the environment. We need to be more environmentally literate, and we need to care more about the planet. And if that doesn't happen, then we're screwed, because there's no planet B. But yeah, where was I going with that? Oh yeah, caring about the planet. It was my dream job because I got to teach what I'm passionate about. Also got to work with animals. Got to meet a bunch of new people, and just the location of the center, it was just pristine, right on the beach. So I could wake up and go to the beach every morning. I would hike or like trail run, just be in the woods. I was at peace. I was at peace there. But COVID came, lost my job because the education department got furloughed. Or not furloughed, relate. I think that's the same thing. They fired us. Um, yeah, so I was back to square one at home looking for a job, and I was having a conversation with my former band teacher. She was in here earlier. Former band teacher, now colleague, because we're working together, which is crazy. But she was asking about like, oh, what are you doing nowadays? What's been up? I told her, I was like, yeah, I was working at North Bay, loved my job. It was amazing, but COVID came. They couldn't keep the education department. So she's like, oh, there's a science teacher position that just opened up at the school. And she's like, what do you think? And I'm like, I was like, I'll think about it. I'm still applying to jobs. I wasn't at the time, but when she told me that, I started like applying like crazy because I was like, it's no way I'm about to be a teacher. So I was applying like crazy, not hearing anything back, and time passed. And yeah, after just not hearing anything, I was like, okay, maybe this is like fate or destiny. Maybe I'm supposed to be doing this. So I took the teaching position, and I've been there ever since. So I'm currently teaching at the school I attended. Well, not the exact school because we switched locations and switched names, but the same program. Like I'm a teacher in the program that raised me, which is a full circle moment. And like I'm colleagues with some of my former teachers, which is crazy. So that's my story of how I become can't even speak. I'm a teacher, can't speak English. Yeah, how I became a teacher. And I don't foresee myself teaching forever. People say it in the comment section all the time, like, oh, I'm so thankful that you're in the classroom. We need more like you, and this, that, and the third. It's like, thank you, I appreciate it, but the way the school system is set up today, it is not sustainable for long term. Unless you're trying to do a whole bunch of senseless shit. I'm not trying to do that. I'm not trying to get deeper into the system. I'm already teaching in a system that I don't fully agree with 100%. I feel like the public education system teaches a lot of useless information. Me being a product of public education, there's a load of things that I would take out of the curriculum and add in based off me as an adult now and what I think I should know and shit I had to teach myself. It'd be a lot easier if we just taught this stuff in school, like focus more on social emotional learning, which is, making a comeback in education. But social emotional learning, character development, life skills, financial literacy, home economics, like these, like I would start doing this stuff early. Like if I could set up a system or a school system, of course you still have your basics, math, reading, science. You're gonna have that to some degree. But once you get to a certain point, I say like middle school, like my system would be set up in a way where I don't know, you would take some type of test and you would talk about your interests and, your hobbies and what you're good at and your talents, just your natural abilities and who you are authentically. And my school or my education system would focus on whatever that child needs in order to foster his own or her own like goals and aspirations, things that they want to do for themselves, their interest, so they can make money doing something that they're passionate about, which in today's world is, I think, pretty pretty rare to be working a job that you actually love. You make good money. You have it fulfills your soul. It gives you purpose, and you enjoy doing it. Not many people can say that they have a job that fulfill those needs. So yeah, I don't foresee myself teaching long term. I'm giving myself another. This was year 5 for me. I'm not doing any more than 10 years in the public school system. So, yes. That part. All right, continue with the questions from Instagram. So this is what we're doing. We're reading questions from Instagram. Make sure we're still straight here. Everybody straight? Everybody straight before I continue? I know that was a kind of long, drawn-out answer. I teach 7th and 8th grade science. 7th and 8th grade science. What's good, CJ? What's up, Joy? Is that Joy from... Oh, no. Yeah, you can close them. I was saging the house. I did sage and Palo Santo, and you have to open the windows to let the demons escape. So you can close them now. Type shit. Before we proceed, how we doing? On Twitch, on TikTok, on Instagram. We still live. We still good. Still ready to proceed with questions. We're on Instagram questions now. How long have I been teaching? This is I just finished up year 5. It's been a time. All right. Which one do I want to do next? Do I just go in order? Somebody has to be on their podcast. I did already talk to that person. Where's one place / country you want to go that you haven't been yet? I don't have a particular country. I want to go to the continent of Africa. I'm not sure what country exactly. Wherever the Serengeti is, I can't remember where the Serengeti is. I want to go to the Serengeti, Kruger National Park. So wherever countries those are in, I would like to go there. But the continent of Africa, I would like to go there. I would like to go to Hawaii, New Zealand, Niagara Falls, Grand Canyon, California. I've never been to California. I'd like to go to California to see what's up. Vegas. I'd like to go to Vegas. I've never been. Miami. Pretty much the places people be going, I haven't been. I don't be outside for real. Where else? Australia, down under. Definitely want to go down under. Yeah. Have to go to Vegas. Yeah, I do. I'm hip. I that's what I've heard. The adult playground. I'm gonna get in some trouble. Caribbean islands. Actually, I have not. So also some islands. Brazil. I would like to go to Brazil. Even though it's not an island. I just thought about it. So we're going a little south. But nah. But yeah, I would love to go to adult playground and get into some trouble. I am going to what is it? Carnival. It's like I think that's the Caribbean like festival where people be like wearing skimpy stuff and showing a lot of skin and just gyrating on each other. Is that Carnival? I'm going to that. I think it's in, I forgot where it is. It's actually for a bachelor party. My cousin / brother is getting married. So yeah, that's his last hoorah. So I'm coming out of retirement. I'm about to be on my worst behavior. And I'm probably gonna like have my, not probably, I have a harness so I can put a camera on it. Like, I'm gonna get the whole thing. I'm gonna be on my worst behavior, I swear. And I haven't been out of retirement since, it's been some time. I used to be a little crazy. I had to put the crazy on the tuck, keep him in the back pocket. But I'm gonna let him out. I'm gonna give him some walk around money at that festival. So, hide your daughters. Is somebody's daughter there? Yeah. I go to Argentina. That's a good one. Kinza, Tanzania. Sounds about right. Ethiopia. My bad. I'm neglecting this chat on what's her face. Should I accept this person? People be requesting to go live with me all the time. I'm about to accept somebody. You teach my cousin. Taught. Sorry to be that person, but taught. But who is your cousin? I probably did teach your cousin. I do know Chloe. That's the homie. For sure. Shout out to you, cousin. Alright. Okay. Next question. No questions, I just love your life. Thanks. You know what that just made me think about? I have this problem where someone tell me if they have this problem too, and if you do, how do you manage it? I have a hard time. How do I verbalize this? I have a hard time intrinsically feeling proud of myself and my accomplishments. People on the outside are frequently congratulating me and giving me praise and accolades and talking about how proud they are of me and so on and so forth, but intrinsically I don't feel it. It's like things that most people would be ecstatic about. It's like I don't know, I feel like it's not enough. It might be, now that I'm verbalizing it, it might be part of my upbringing. I don't know, I consider myself a bit of a perfectionist, so I'm always feel like I'm not doing enough. So that affects my ability to just like be present and in the moment and sit back. But one thing I have been trying to do better at is just practicing gratitude, taking time to just practice gratitude and notice the little things that are often overlooked in all of our lives that we should be thankful and grateful for. Like the fact that I'm able to just like do this right now. Like I have a PC with a double monitor. I have a MacBook right here. I have a cell phone. I can talk. Like I can stand. I have use of my limbs. I have a car outside. I have a roof over my head. I was about to say I'm got food in my stomach. Not right now, but I can go in the kitchen and get some food. My dog is freaking sleep, living his best life. Like little things, and trying to be grateful for that. Yeah. Anyone to speak to someone about that? Yeah. Yeah, it's about time for me to go back to therapy. I've been out for a minute. Oh yeah, I've been depressed for sure, no doubt about it. My soul is in need of deep rest from the character that I've been forced to portray on this planet. We were just talking about mask and how we just have to mask up for different parts of our lives. I'm sick. My soul is sick of existing in this make-believe freaking fairy tale playground that we've created for ourselves. So yes, I understand this. I don't know, with the shit that goes on in this world, I understand why people crash out. I understand why people do crazy. I mean, some things I don't understand, but people who just like lose their shit and just do things like, how could a person even low key? I kind of get it. I get it. I get how like this world and how we've set this freaking thing up. It is designed to make you go crazy. It is designed to. It is designed to make you go insane. So I get it. I get why people crash out, but I'm a self-aware crash out because I know that certain crash outs can't come back from it. So yeah, yeah. Becoming self-aware and woke to this world is enough to drive you crazy. Yes, I was just talking about this the other day. I think the last time I was live, talking about how the more awareness you have about yourself in the world in which you occupy, yeah, makes you feel alone, makes you want to pull away from people, and it literally makes you go crazy because we're living in a just a. I feel like we're just living in a freaking insane asylum, and we're just so okay with just shit that we shouldn't be okay with. Like they're so like, yeah, yeah, yeah. And usually people who think like this and like people are saying or how y'all are talking in the chat, we're spread few and far between. That's why like social media is a blessing and a curse because I've been blessed with a platform and I can reach the multitudes of people and I can connect with people all over the planet and a lot of like-minded individuals. But that's I'm in a stage in my life where I'm trying to find my community. I found a pretty good virtual community for sure, but like in person, I need a tribe of people I can like see and hang out with. But yeah, becoming self-aware or woke or snapping out of it. I used to be big on like, oh, I underwent a spiritual awakening. Now I know your spiritual awakening journey begins at birth. And we are in our purest state. In most cases, we're in our purest state when we are children. But something happens in our childhood when we just snap out of that just innocent childlike wonder for the world and wanting peace, love, and connection and having a good time and so on and so forth. Something wakes up in that child and then it now sees the world differently and is taught how to act and taught what to believe, and all these things are put in front of them, and then you lose track or lose sight of that child that's still inside. That's where we get that inner child work from. It's still there, but all the stressors and bullshit that we have created in this life just convolutes, if that's the appropriate word to use, all of that. But yes, spiritual awakening journey begins at birth, but some people just forget. We forget our enlightened state. But for some people, as you grow older, you start to question certain things. It just doesn't make sense anymore, and it causes you to remember who you are and remember that childlike state. Yes, yes, indeed. I'm burnt out too. I have a great job, but feel empty. Same. Burnt out. The epitome of the word. The epitome of the word. Burnt out. Burnt out. Topic where are we on? We're just kind of just going, like, we're answering questions, and I'm just kind of letting my kind of get on rants here and there. But yeah, I'm just answering questions. I'm on Instagram, or I'm in my gallery, but I screen recorded questions from people, from my followers on Instagram. So that's what we're doing. Yes. But I understand this world is designed to make you go crazy, and I understand why people crash out. I get it. And once you freaking put the glasses on or take the glasses off, whatever the saying is, you can't go back. Once you see it, you can't go back. And that's the hardest thing. It's like once you really become aware of that higher voice or your higher intelligence or your enlightened state, like me, my internal, that higher self is like always talking to me like, bro, you shouldn't be doing that. You shouldn't be talking to that person. You shouldn't be entertaining that. You shouldn't be dating Mary Jane right now. You should be doing some deeper work What's something that you could be doing to, for your own personal growth right now, instead of just like mindlessly scrolling on TikTok for hours and being trapped in your jail cell phone, being trapped in that cell, going out buying food. You got to look at everything, look at the ingredients, what's in this, what's in that. Like, once you put the glasses on, you can't take them off anymore. You can't take them off anymore. I did find the snake, yeah. Snake has been found. Snake has been found. He's downstairs. I just saw him about an hour ago. Have you found some type of community and like-minded people near you yet? I have. Yeah, for sure. Slowly but surely it's coming together. As I'm starting to put myself out there slowly but surely. I've come to the realization that, I'm not going to meet meet the love of my life or my tribe like on my doorstep. They're not just going to show up with balloons one day and be like, yo, we've been looking for you. And we just all have a hoopla after. And like, no, I can't just be in my cocoon all the time. I got to branch out and I got to be social and go places and not just sit here and sulk in my shit. So slowly but surely. But yeah, that's a part of me I'm trying to embrace. Like, I don't want to feel alone and dark and freaking empty and numb anymore. I don't want to feel that. I want to feel good feelings. I don't really feel much of nothing, but one thing I do feel for sure, anger. And I know for men, after years and years of repressing emotions and not learning how to effectively handle your emotions, it often manifests itself as unresolved anger. Like, I just be angry. Nothing can happen. Like, I don't experience anything that could just... I mean, I do, of course, from time to time, but sometimes nothing has to happen. And I'm just angry and ornery and irritable. Yeah, I don't want to... I'm too much in the dark now. I'm trying to be back balanced in the middle. Well, not even balanced. You should be kind of 75 in the light, 25 in the dark. I'm not with the whole, love and light and holy and positivity all the time. Hell no. You got to have a little bit of that dark in the tuck. Yes. You got to use it to your advantage. But that's the game. That's the game. Using it to your advantage and not letting the dark consume you, because that's what some people do. And their crash outs are led by the dark forces within them, and they lose that battle, and the darkies win. But you gotta let the light in. You gotta let the light win. Someone asks, genuinely, how are you mentally in all aspects? We're kind of talking about small talk. Like, people like, oh, how are you? People don't actually care about how you're doing. Because, like, if you were to just go out, you know what? Actually, I've been feeling like I would just want to eject from the game. Like, and just go into just a deep dive of what you're actually feeling. Like, we just give a kind of like an appeasement answer. Like, oh, yeah, just in passing, because that's just what's culturally accepted. But we don't actually care. I mean, some people do. But for the most part, in passing, you don't actually care about how that person's feeling. Just like a greeting. And just whatever. But as far as how I'm mentally, I'm not in the darkest spot, but I'm also not in the lightest spot either. I'm not in the darkest spot, but I'm also not in the lightest spot. That whole viral crap really did a number on my mental. Not gonna lie, I'm still kind of come back from that. But other than that, my biggest thing, or my biggest problem, or my biggest thing weighing on me mentally, most of it is self-inflicted. I've gotten to a point in my life where I no longer point the finger at what others are doing, because ultimately I am the one that's in control of my emotions, how I let things, or let me back. I'm in control of my emotions. Others are not in control of how things make me feel. They say something, they do something. It's my perception of that event that causes whatever feeling I'm feeling internally. But that is isolated from that person. I'm in control of my emotions. And I teach my students this. If you have an emotional reaction to anything someone says or does to you, that means that person can control you. that person is your master. And me, I am trying to get to a point where no one is my master. I am the master of my own fate and the captain of my own soul. And that's as an ongoing battle. I'm getting better. Have improved a lot, but I still got uh, I still got a lot of work to do. My sister said, "What is there? Some evil shit in here?" Because she asked me why the windows open. I told her I went around the house and saged and used Palo Santo and just cleansed the house. It hasn't been cleansed in a while. She was like, and I told her that I sent her the voice message. She's like, "What is this? Some evil shit in here?" Probably. Haven't been cleansed in a while. So yeah, if you haven't done this in a while, if you believe in that, just let this be a reminder to cleanse your space. Cleanse your space. You should post it again and make it go viral again. I ain't that desperate, bro. That's gonna open up a whole nother can of. Even though that would be smart, but I don't feel like dealing with the crowd of, oh, bro, let it die. Like it's old news, yada yada yada. Like I be quiet about the whole thing, but the moment I decide to come off mute and address something, it's always here we go again. It's the same storyline. Bro, kiss my ass, dog. Not you, but them. I ain't posting that again. It's on my page though. People, it's still going up. It's still getting views and shares and comments. So I ain't that pressed about it. It's cool. It's cool. Call me, bro. Oh, my fault. I can't see. The screen is over here. I couldn't even see. My fault, sister. My fault, sis. I couldn't even see that you're a female. That's my bad. Yes. Did I answer the question? How am I doing mentally? I think I already kind of talked. I'm just burnt out for real. I'm burnt out. Some days I'm not okay. Other days I am, but I'm still here and I'm still fighting the good fight. Um, yeah, and like I said, that's what I was saying. Most of my mental anguish is self-inflicted. So I beat myself up because I don't show up for myself. Yes, I don't show up for myself how I should. I'm not as disciplined as I should be. Um, yeah, and I tell myself I'm going to do things, and I fall through on the things that I tell myself. And for what I've learned, is a way of telling yourself that you don't love yourself. A form of self-love is not only just like going to the spa or getting mani-pedis or doing a face mask or taking a glass of wine. Yeah, that's all, self-care. But a big part of self-care is showing up for yourself and doing things that you tell yourself you're going to do. If you do that and continuously show up for yourself and honor the things that you tell yourself, that's showing you love yourself. But when you do the opposite, that's not love. And that's a tough pill I had to swallow. Like, damn, I guess I don't love myself, because if I did, it would be no question. If I'd say I'm going to do this, I'm going to post this video, I'm going to read this book, I'm going to go to the gym today, I'm going to sit down and meditate on my cushion for 10 minutes. Damn it, I'm going to do that. I'm going to wake up early in the morning. I'm going to do a cold shower. The more you tell yourself that and the more you let yourself down, that habit becomes almost like habitual. It's like continuous letdown, and it gets even harder to come up out of that space. And I'm in that space now. Like, I've done it so much where I've told myself that I'm going to do this and continuously letting myself down time and time after again, where I'm in that space where everything is hard, for real. Everything is hard. Showing up for myself in the smallest ways are hard, but I'm trying. And what I'm trying to do to combat it is just taking baby steps. So doing simple stuff. Like before I sat down here and did live, I made sure I straightened up a little bit. The dog was in here, tore up his freaking chew toy. It was bits and pieces all over. Vacuum in here, vacuum the family room, straighten up the living room out there. Just like little stuff. Or like brushing my teeth twice a day, not just in the morning, right? Because that's good oral hygiene. But sometimes I just do it in the morning and I'll be too tired and be like, I'm already in bed, I'm comfortable. Like, nah, if it's something that's going to take you less than 3 minutes, get your ass up, get it done. Simple. It's like little baby steps. Or like, oh, I'm going to work out today. And if I don't do a full workout, I'm going to just try to do some push-ups here and there, space them out throughout the day. Or like I have around my house, I have workout equipment strategically placed in the places that I spend the most time. I'm usually sitting out in the garage chilling. I got my weights in there. I got a punching bag. I'm usually outside by the garden. I got gymnast rings hanging up on my back balcony. It's like stuff that I gotta pass. So I was like, okay, when I pass, if I'm not doing a full workout, I'm gonna go bust out a set of dips. I'm gonna hit a couple, rounds on the heavy bag, so on and so forth. So yeah, just trying to take baby steps and not let the darkness consume me, because I'm fighting the fight against darkness. Like I was saying earlier, that same fight in religion against good and evil, God and Satan, these are the same forces that are working within us. As above, so below, as within, so without. So that same good and evil that people, I don't know, have these anthropomorphized stories about, like these are the same things that are in your body. This is where it originated from. It's the story of the human psyche, and we had to put it in a bunch of different translations so the people of the times could understand these deep spiritual and philosophical teachings. They had to personify it a little bit so it could just be easily digestible. But we have gotten so lost in the translation nowadays that we've lost sight of the true esoteric knowledge that is contained within these sacred texts, spread out across all religions, not just one religion. They all are versions of the same thing. So yeah, I don't know where I was going with that tangent, but hopefully that sums it up how I'm doing. It's just a mix of a bunch of shit. Garden's doing great right now. I just put some straw down because for the longest time my soil has been bare, like just bare soil, and that's not the best thing to do in your garden. It actually creates a lot more work for yourself. But I put hay down, so straw down in the garden, covered everything, cover the bare soil because that helps with water retention. So it's been raining, it's going to help keep the moisture in. So when I water it on these super hot days, it keeps that water in the soil and not just evaporating off quickly. And it also helps with weeds, so it suppresses weed growth, which is good because I'd be sick of being on my hands and knees picking weeds like I'm on a plantation. That was not a good thing to say, so we didn't hear that. You should take us out there too with you one day. I actually was. I was out there. I was on live the other day. I streamed the whole thing. I was out in the garden, streamed the whole entire thing. I was out there barefoot and everything, laying the straw down, planting some plants out. I was there. For sure. Do you want to go see a play with me? Just friends? Are you in the DMV area? I love a nice play. I'm not gonna lie. That's my type of outing. Let's go to a play. Let's go to a musical performance. Let's go see a band or an orchestra play. Let's go see a symphonic band. Let's go see a musical, Yes. If you're in the DMV, possibly, for sure. I'm down. Hit me. Yeah. Let me check in on Twitch real quick, see how we're doing over there. Stream manager. Alright. Cool. Twitch is kind of dead, but it's expected. I'm just starting. Damn, I should have put this. No, I'm gonna put it on my story right now. Duh. That's what all the streamers be doing. They be like, yo, live now. Type shit. Let me use my other hand. Bet. Please hold. Stand by. Screw it. I don't feel like typing in all the. I don't even feel like it. If they see it, the notification, they see it. If not, then shit. Catch it on YouTube when it's after it's clipped up. Yes, we were doing questions. What time is it? 21:48. Fine as hell, this woman. Okay. Why you got that cane? What didn't happen now? No idea what they are talking about. Again, we're doing Instagram questions. Questions that people ask me, my followers have asked me on Instagram. We're going through and answering these questions. Ellicott City. Oh, okay. Hey, send me a DM. Thanks, T. Catch you next time. I'm gonna do more of this. I seen you in Walmart in Clinton a few months ago. You should have said something. I'm interested in book clubs. I mean, shit, I'd try a book club. That's actually something I'm trying to do more of, is read, not just look at my screen all day. I'm trying to read more, get back into reading. So yeah, I'd love a nice book club. But if we in a book club, it's got to be something like good, because that's my problem. I can't even sit down and watch TV. Because I'd be spacing out my brain. I can't just sit down and watch. So if a book is gonna keep me down, it's gotta be a good book. What's up, Malik? Somebody just said, "Hey, queen." Hi, not a queen, but what's up? A couple of my students actually say that. They say, "Hey, queen," or "Hey, girl." Or like, "What's up?" I don't really care. I don't care that much. But yeah, if you saw me in Walmart, you should have said something. I've gotten a few messages like that from people. People say like, "Oh, I saw you this place," but I didn't want to seem like a weirdo and say anything. I'm not gonna growl at you or bite you. You can say, "Any advice for a new teacher? Go the other way. Find something else. Find something else." Strongest advice I can give you. What grade? That'll really determine the answer. What grade we're going into? Let me not say that. I'm just joking, by the way. It was a joke. Am I open to dating? Nah, not right now. I was actually dating someone, and she was quite remarkable, but it's just it's not my season, for real. It's not my season right now, and I'm no longer going to be that guy stringing women along and playing with their emotions. Like, the whole time we were dating, we were open and upfront about the things that we were feeling. We had like check-ins every so often, very open, vulnerable communication. We respected each other's thoughts and feelings. Like, it was spectacular. And she was actually the first, like, first experience for me of like what grown woman love is, like a nurturing, loving woman. She's my first I've ever experienced. I've only been in 2 serious relationships. I've had little flings here and there, of course, but 2 serious relationships were like, I met your folks, you met my folks, and we're like, yeah, 2 serious relationships. But this last person that I was dating, we didn't become official, but yeah, she just showed me a lot. My standards are already pretty high, but she just raised the bar even higher, because she was the first healthy example of what love should be, in understanding, caring, like I already said, nurturing, smart, attractive. But right now, it's not my season to be in a relationship. I tried, and I thought maybe this was just another situation where it's like it's a self-sabotage situation, and I'm just like sabotaging something good. But like, you can't. I shouldn't have to force things. Things shouldn't feel forced. Like, for me, if I'm dating someone, or if I plan on becoming mutually exclusive with you, one big thing that I have to feel intrinsically is like, it's got to be a feeling of just like I want you, and I can't get enough of you. Like, I got to be obsessed with you. It's got to be something that just gets me. But Like even though we did have a lot of chemistry. Like the chemistry was there. There's definitely connection there, but that feeling in me wasn't strong enough. And I know that if I want to be in a relationship, because it's something I thought about. I thought about tying down and like, damn, she actually had me thinking like, I'm about to be out of the game. I'm about to be off the streets for real. She's about to rescue me and sweep me off of my feet and carry me off and save me from the streets that I've been in so long. But yeah, that feeling just wasn't strong enough, and I had to have that conversation with her, and I felt bad because I kind of did the same thing I've done in the past, even though I told myself I wasn't going to do it. Bob Marley says that the biggest coward is a man that awakens the love in a woman with no intention of loving her. And although this most recent situation wasn't all the way correlated to that quote, I still feel like I kind of did. Because I tried, we were hitting it off a little bit, but it's just, I couldn't force it. The feels wasn't there how it should be. And I had to let her know that, which was hard. And it's not something that she understood. It's like she beat herself up a lot about it. It's like, I understand why. Because it's like she just, I don't know, in her mind, she started to kind of like beat herself up. Like, what is it? Like, I felt, she even said this, like, I felt as though I've shown up for you and I've been there for you. I understand, you know, we have good chemistry together, yada, yada, yada. So, like, if I shown you all the things, like, what is it about me? It's something about me. And I kept trying to tell her, like, it's not. It's cliche, but it's not you. It's me. It's me. Literally, it's me. And I told her straight up, it's like, I feel like at this state I'm in now, I don't feel like I'm deserving of you. I don't deserve a woman of your caliber just yet. I'm not ready. I'm not ready for a woman of your caliber. On top of me not really feeling it, I ain't there yet. I'm not in the season. I still got a lot of inner work to do. I still got to cultivate a good relationship with myself, because I'm a firm believer that you cannot date or you can't be in a relationship with someone else if you don't have a good relationship with yourself. You can't be in a relationship with someone else. And until that happens, yeah, so that's like my main focus right now. My main focus is me. I'm in a selfish era, and I don't have the patience or the energy to divert to anything I don't have to. And I've been single and not dating for so long that once you've been alone for so long, or you've been in that solitude for so long, that peace is addicting. I value my peace now. In the slightest instance of disturbance, I don't have to stand for that shit. Even though, yeah, you know, you can't avoid that your whole life, but there's certain things in my life that I can control. And right now, I don't have the space to cater to someone else in the romantic aspect. Not right now. But maybe one day. But right now, would you ever date her again once you already to date again? Nah, because the feeling is still like not there as much as it should be for me. Excuse me. It still isn't there as much as it should be. Like I have to be infatuated with you, and I felt that before. I felt that, like, my last relationship, she was the one that kind of awakened that loving and sensual side of me that's always kind of been closed off, because as a child or growing up, I didn't see the most healthy examples of relationships in my life or in the people that around me. So I didn't have the best example. I was kind of just learning as I was going. But she taught me a lot and is a huge reason for who I am today as a man. Yeah, I'll give her that. I'll give her that credit. I'll give her flowers right there. She's a huge part of who I am today. And without that relationship, I don't know who or how I would be right now. But I credit a lot of it to her, because she taught me a lot. She awakened that softer side of me, where it's like I wanted to do all the things, like the cuddling. It's like I used to just enjoy, like, she used to be asleep, and I used to just enjoy just like touching her hair, and like, I don't like soft shit like that. I've never been that type, but I used to be there rubbing her hair and just like her skin's like I had that feeling of like I wanted to be in her skin. Usually I was told that, but I was in a situation where she evoked that feeling in me. Like, I want to be in your skin type shit. As I'm sitting here watching you sleep, I'm just like, it's like cuteness, aggression. She awakened that in me. I've never felt that before. And now that I know that that's possible, I need that feeling, and I need that to come naturally. And if I don't feel that, and my intuition, I don't know, just my intuition just kept telling me like, this is not it. It's like showing me what's possible. It's showing me what's out there, but this is not it. We're meant to be in each other's lives and date for a little bit. We served a lesson because we both said the same thing. Like, she's shown me the healthiest example of grown woman nurturing love that I've ever experienced, and I've shown her the opposite just coming from a man. I've showed her, not the opposite, let me not say that. I've showed her the same just coming from the man, because she's never experienced a man who's like vulnerable and he's okay with expressing his feelings and he's in touch with his emotional side. Like, I'm a balanced man. I'm just not too rigid and too rooted in my masculine. Like, I can communicate, even though my communication still needs a lot of work. I've come a long way, and I can communicate my feelings effectively and have difficult conversations and be vulnerable and just open up and not just be rigid all the time. I can, like, yeah. And she's never experienced that before. Yeah. Or she says someone who's is self-aware of his like past and how he's operating now and moving with intention. That's what that's my, I don't know, like, my objective now is moving with intention. I'm trying to be intentional with stuff. That's why I don't have a bunch of partners. I'm not one for one-off flings and just casual sex. I got a different type of fire behind me now. But yeah. I'm still a teacher, yeah. Not right now. I'm on summer break, so I'm just a regular 29-year-old guy. But I am still a teacher. Indeed. Man, that's deep. That's deep. I wish I could tell my dog to go get me some more tea. Go brew me another thing. We're empty. We pulled up the whole joint. It's cold even, but it's all right. We got iced tea now. We'll go for a few more. We're at 1 minute and 46 seconds on the live. I'm gonna take it to 2 hours. So in 14 minutes, so let's say 10:15, I'm gonna get off here. I'm on Eastern time. We'll say 10:15, and I'm gonna go feed my dog and do whatever else I gotta do with my life for the evening. Did I have a birthday recently? I did have a birthday recently. Mr. White, is it true that you're going to Oxon Hill Middle? Nah, that was just a lie I was telling people. I was telling my students that have yet to have me as a teacher, that will have me next year. They were like, "Oh, I'm finally going to have you." I'm like, no, you're not, because I'm switching schools. And they was all distraught, but I'm not actually leaving. So the dog's right there. Might ask where the dog is. There. He's asleep. On his side of the bed, on top of his blanket, like a good gentleman. That's his half. And I have to put these pillows beside me now. I mean, I do that sometimes just to feel a body there, because sometimes the dog don't like to be up on me. Or he does, but just not in the place where I want him. So just to feel like somebody's like spooning me, because I like to be a little spoon sometimes. I ain't gonna lie to you. Just like I said, that last relationship awakened some stuff in me. I love being a little spoon. Spoon me. I'll be rubbing my feet together like a cricket. I enjoy it. But I have to put these here, because if not, he'll literally try to like get on me, and he's too damn big. So yeah. Yes. All right, let's go. Let's do more questions here. Somebody just asked him. Well, we already kind of talked about that. But am I single? Yeah, I'm single, for sure. If so, tell her that I apologize for lusting over you. No one to apologize to, so lust on, sister. Lust on. Yeah, we're going. These are questions from Instagram. Instagram questions. Some of these be pretty wild. People be getting pretty wild in the DMs. So now y'all about to hear a little bit of it. I'm gonna share some stuff. Somebody asked me, here we go. Do I have an OnlyFans? Nah, I don't have an OnlyFans. I did have something similar. I was on FanView for a while. Not a while. It was like a hot minute. So if you was there and you saw it, you know, power to you. But I'm not on it anymore. I just wanted to see what it was hitting on. See if I get some bread. And I made some good bread in a short amount of time. I probably had it active for what? That first week and a half, I made nearly $900. And I wasn't even on the platform doing anything wild. I wasn't even doing anything crazy, just like some thirst traps here and there. But I made some money. I made some bread. I just checked the account. It's still, because it's still money. Because once you make money, it's got to add up to a certain amount before you can withdraw it. So I checked it, and it's freaking, what was it, like $97 and some cents. So I was on something similar to OnlyFans, but not anymore. If I ever, I'm not gonna lie, when I'm done being a teacher, say if I stop my job as a teacher and I become established in, I don't know, say content creation, I am able to retire myself like some of these popular content creators and start to just do my own thing, I'm definitely dropping the fans. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna be on there wilding and, you know, just slanging and having a whole bunch of partners and doing crazy stuff. But yeah, it'll just be like thirst traps here and there. I might do a little cooking with my shirt off or workout fits. I don't know. I'm definitely hopping on the fans though, because there's a market for it for me. Even feet too. I personally don't understand it, but I've been told I have nice feet, and I would get into that too. Like, yeah, I just got to take pictures. I've actually done that. What was it, like 2 years ago? Hey, yeah, I'm gonna give y'all the scoop right now. I have no shame. So get your popcorn out. It was about 2 years ago. I don't even know how the conversation started, but I think this person might have saw my feet in a story or something like that, and they reached out asking for feet content and said that they would pay. Looked at the page, turned out it was a dude, but he was like, yeah, I'll pay you. The first one, he was like, I'll pay you $300 if you literally take a video, because I think the video that he saw on my story, I had my hiking boots on. He was like, literally just take a video of you coming in your apartment, taking your boots off and your socks off, and just walking away. So I literally set the phone up on the tripod. Didn't even have my upper half in it. Literally just it's like thighs down, and I had pants on. But I literally walked in the door, untied my boots, took my socks off, put them to the side, and walked away. $300. Absolutely. Are you shipping me? Absolutely. And then after that, once I knew it was legit, he cashed at me the bread. I'm like, okay, shoot. I'm like, boom. And he was like, oh, can I get some more? And he's like, just take pictures now. So I had to literally just take pictures at different angles. Face wasn't even in it. It's literally like my shins down. Sent him like 5 pictures in a video of me like moving my toes back and forth. Easy. So yeah, I definitely did it. But then the request got a little bit too weird, and it kind of made me feel uncomfortable because, one, I'm not gay. Let me not say that word. I'm not homosexual. I'm a heterosexual male. So that, of course, made me feel uncomfortable. But in the moment, I needed the bread, so I didn't shy away from it. But the request got all too weird. Like, he asked me, at this point, he was trying to meet up in person. Found out he was in the Air Force, literally near where I lived. He was trying to meet up. It was like, what's one thing he asked me? Oh, if I could play the game, because I was on a gaming hyperfixation at the time. He was like, I'll lay on the floor on my back, and I just want you to put your bare feet on my chest as I play the game. Yes. He can't make this stuff up. He literally asked me to put my feet on his chest while I just played the game. Then he wanted to meet up to touch him and feel him and smell him. And then he started asking for my socks. And then he started asking for my underwear, and then he was like, "Oh, if you're gonna send the underwear, make sure you work out in them." And I was like, "Okay, now, now we're acting. Now we're asking. Nah, nah." So at that point, I was like, "Nah." But I pulled what? How much money did I pull out of him? And again, didn't have to show my face. No face, no Johnson, literally just straight feet. Straight feet, that's it. It was 300, 400, the 700, and then he sent me 100 for, I think it was like another quick video or something like that. So just under $1,000 off some pictures and videos. So yeah, if I ever stop being a teacher, I'm definitely going into that and just running it up. I will run it up on OnlyFans. If I started an OnlyFans right now, I would be straight in a couple weeks. I'm set. I'm set. Couple weeks is all I need. Couple weeks. And this is not. I'm not even talking about like new content that I put in. Just stuff I already have. If I were to make an OnlyFans right now and drop what I have in just in my little hidden gallery, 2 weeks max, I'm set. I'm set. Just off what I saw in that little brief time on that fan view and how I ran it up that quick. If I'm actually putting forth effort, bro, it's a wrap. So I might run it up on there. So if you're ever around, if I'm not a teacher, get your credit card out. Type shit. Mind you, this is my first impression of you. That's crazy because I've always wanted somebody to say that about me. I've said that about people, and I see that like in comment sections. Like, mind you, this is my first impression. I'm sorry, we got on from the tangent, but yeah. Like I said, I don't give a damn. Judge me if you want. It's like $900, $900 for some feet pictures. Shitting me. That's the easiest. That's the easiest money I've ever made in my life. Easiest money I've ever made in my life. I ain't got no shame. People have done worse for money. People have done worse. I'll tell you that. Shit, send him my way. I couldn't even if I tried. I blocked his ass because he was getting weird. Literally just feet. Just feet. And when he started to ask for more shit, that's when I cut it off. Like, bro, nah. And I told him straight, I was like, one, I literally explained to him, I was like, one, the biggest thing is I'm heterosexual, and I'm already sending you content that I know you're getting off to. You're getting some type of weird fix off of seeing another man's feet, so that's already making me feel crazy. And on top of that, you're asking me for just wild. What you mean you want me to play the game with my feet on your chest? What do you mean, brother? No. He found me on Instagram. I'm not looking for foot connoisseurs. Hell no, he found me. He probably saw me on that foot page I was on. Some creep was creeping on my page and found videos that I had on my account. Not like I'm not a foot person, but sometimes I be outside. I'm like a nature guy. I be barefoot. So I had my feet out in a video. I've been on this foot page. Yeah. I was on a whole foot page. I don't remember the name of it, but it's like a foot fetish database, and it's like different men just with their feet in the pictures and videos and stuff. And most of them, I'm sure, don't even know that they're on this page because I didn't even know. Somebody had sent it to me. I put up. This was recent. The most recent one I put up on my story. I bought an acupressure mat, so it's like the little mat with the spikes in it, and you can stand on it or lay on it. So I had my feet on it, and I like acupressure or foot acupressure because it helps. It's like a soothing thing for me. It helps me regulate my nervous system. But I wanted to show my sister to see how she would react to it. So I set up the camera, and we both, of course, were barefoot, stepped on the mat. And like a few hours later, somebody sent me like, yo, you're on this foot page. Question number one, what are you doing on that page? Because you sent me the account. I'm looking through the profile. What are you doing on this account? Number one. Number two, what the hell is the only other question. They took that video from my story of me and my sister trying out this acupressure mat and put that on the page, and people were like going wild on that. And then one of my followers, I guess, just was like scrolling through the page, just like seeing what the page is about. She went back 2 years ago on this page, this foot page. They had a video of me and my snake, on the page. So I've been on there for 2 years, had no clue that people are just getting off to my feet. Bro. Amazing stuff here. What made you engage? The money. He led with money. So I'm like, I was kind of skeptical. I'm like, bro, I got to take a video of me taking my boots and socks off and you give me $300? I said, bro, send me half. And I got you. He's like, what's your Cash App? $150, like that. I said, okay. Yes, sir. Got up right to the fucking door. I was at home. Put my boots on and everything. Walked out, walked in. Oh, I got to take my boots off? Okay. Another $150, just like that. Hey. I'm not streaming on YouTube. I should have did that. I should have done that. Next time. But I'm streaming on IG, Twitch, and TikTok right now. And I'm going to save this clip. And it's going to be on my Twitch. And I'm going to put it on my YouTube. The whole thing. But I'm going to clip it up. And put it on my YouTube Shorts. Clip it up, put it on my Instagram. Clip it up, put it on my TikTok. Because that's the recipe. Boots was on the ground for sure. For sure. I didn't give a damn. Just don't make no Twitter around. Oh no, I wouldn't. Trust me. If I ever do any explicit content, I'm not doing no wild stuff. It's literally just like thirst traps. These kids are seeing worse. Trust me. As a middle school teacher, kids are seeing a lot worse. I am the least. Me posting a shirtless picture, showing a little abs. Literally the least of the concerns of what these kids are actually looking at and what they're exposed to. Being that I am the young teacher and the teacher that, you know, the kids feel safe and comfortable around, sometimes they say a little too much or they're a little too comfortable around me. Not only just saying things directly to me, but just like the conversations that they have, just because they just a little bit more laxed around me. Yeah, you hear just things. You just hear things. These kids are exposed to a lot, and that's what I think is a lot of what's wrong with this generation. They're exposed to too much too early. And it's messing them up. One of the questions on here that I was going off earlier was like, what is a piece of advice that you could give your younger self without hurting them or causing them pain? One thing that I said, or I would tell myself, is hold off on like sex. Hold off on that. I lost my virginity at 14. I was 14 years old, and she was a junior or senior. I think she was a junior. But oftentimes I wonder how I would be different, or my life would be different if I waited. So that's a piece of advice that I would tell myself. I would tell myself to wait. Take your time. Just really take your time. There's no rush. And I felt like there was a rush is because the people I was around, or the boys that I kind of grew up with, it was like a thing. I think for young men, that's like a thing. Like, oh, who got the most girls, and oh, who you talking to, or did you lose your virginity yet, and yada yada yada. It's like trying to be too grown too early, and I fell into that trap of just like chasing things that I was good without it, for real. I was good without all that, but if I could, I would go back. Like no explicit stuff, no explicit content. Because I kind of fell on the online explicit content by mistake. And then once I found out, I was like, whoa. Okay, this is amazing. And then on top of that, like actually doing stuff in the physical. I wish I would have held off on that. For sure. Yeah. I don't know how I got on that keyword trap. It is a trap. And I've told my kids this. I run a boys group at the school where we have some kind of deep conversation, and they ask questions about a lot of things, and I told him like this is a safe space. Like I know I'm your teacher, but here like I'm your mentor. So if there's questions you feel as though like you wouldn't normally answer or normally ask, like you can. This is a safe space, like within reason. Don't be wilding, but like you can ask some deep questions. And they actually had like got a lot of good feedback and had a lot of good discussions there. But I told them straight up, is like I hear a lot of y'all conversations like y'all need to rush or y'all need to chill and don't rush growing up. Don't rush getting older. Don't rush doing adult things and get into adult business. Like enjoy your childhood because that shit is always going to be there. Like enjoy. Worry about things that matter in your youth, not yeah, just not what y'all be talking about for real. What's up, Trent's baby, Rax baby? Yeah, it's a hell of a name you got there, ma'am. All right, moving on with the questions. Again, we're on the questions on Instagram. This next question, and I'm gonna read the wild ones too. Can I see it with the eye emoji and the little shh emoji? No, you can't see it. No, you can't. Sorry, not sorry. Actually, that's a crazy request. Mind you, this is my first impression. This is my first impression. I can't even see if that's a. It's not even a real picture, so I don't know who is. If it's a, I don't know who it is. But nah, you can't see it. I'm not gonna lie. Let me not. 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 Next question. Did I get fired? Nah, I didn't get fired. I didn't get fired. I'm not fired. Can you ask a question? Yes, you can. You can ask any question you want. Feel free. If y'all got questions in here as I'm going through the questions I already have, I'll answer. We've been in here vibing. We've been here vibing. This is a good first inaugural live. This is my first time going live, multi-streaming. This is amazing. Everything is working out nice. I got good engagement. We having some good conversations. The dog's been chilling and not worrying me. Ambiance is cool. The music is playing. My tea's cold, but we still got tea. It's a time. We're having a time here. So shout out to all of you for being a part of my first inaugural multi live stream. It's an honor to share this monumental moment with you all. And this is only the beginning. It's only up from here. Because like I said earlier, it's time to stop sleeping on my talents and shit that I have at my disposal. When I can build an empire. I no longer want to. I'm sick of just sitting here and complaining and not doing shit. I'm ready to do the shit because no one's coming to save me. No one's coming to save me. I got to save myself, right? It sucks that throughout my freaking family lineage, no one decided like, hey, it's a good idea that we should get some assets that we can leave behind for future generations to come. Let's give them some things that are worthy or not worthy, valuable, some property, like I said, assets, things that, hold some weight. I don't know. No one else in my family line had that thought to just like, let's set up the future generations to come. So now I got to do this. Fine, I'll do it myself. I have to literally do it myself. And if I don't do it, who the hell else is going to do it? So it's either you're going to sit here and keep complaining about your current situation or you're going to do some shit about it. You can't complain if you're not taking action. Knowledge is power, but knowledge without action, it's nothing. It's nothing. It's nothing. It's nothing. It's nothing. T, it's an honor to have you here. It's an honor to have you here. So what was your mentality when everything went viral with you and the kids with the hair thing? I thought about checking out. I was this close to checking out. Hopefully you catch my drift. I was like this close to checking out. When I say this close, I'm talking like I was close to checking out. Because I was just being mercilessly bullied everywhere. I was scared for my safety. What's up, Danny? Hey, best realtor in Maryland. We got the best realtor in Maryland here in the live. It's an honor to have you here, Danny. The beautiful, the illustrious. She done made me lose my train of thought. Lord help him. Um, what was I saying? Oh, I was this close to checking out. I was being bullied by everybody. I was scared to go out. I had people DMing me from prison saying that they were waiting for me to come in. They were going to find me and do me in. Um, People were saying crazy stuff to me online. It's like, when I catch you, it's on site, yada, yada, yada. I'm going to beat your ass. I'm going to shoot you, this, that, and the third. So I was clutching. And I was scared. There was like 4 days I didn't like leave my house. Well, I had to leave my house to take the dog out. But while I was doing that, I was clutching. And I would get recognized every time I left my house. I was literally leaving out of my apartment garage, and soon as the door opened, there was a car or SUV coming in. They rolled by me, skirt, backed up. Oh my God, you're that teacher! And I'd be on my walk. People will literally stop their cars to see me on the side of the road and ask me about this stuff. So I'm like, damn, I could see somebody who doesn't like me, and they might try to shoot me and my dog or something. So yeah, my mental was shot. My mental was shot after that. I'm not gonna lie, and I'm still trying to bounce back. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I just felt like it was unfair. It was unfair that I got all that, and I didn't deserve it because it was frustrating me because it's like, I don't know. People just had this image of me. People just painted this image of me online, and it's like, now I have this associated or attached with my name, like me being a pedo. Like, that was attached to my name. This is something that people get unalived for in prison. People get beat up for that. People get done in for that very thing. And people were just like, without even knowing who I am as a person, just like spewing these things out the side of their neck, and that was hurtful. I I think I think I had pretty tough skin, but that it was getting to me. It was getting to me, and it was just nonstop. And I couldn't be with the students. I couldn't see them. They were worried about me. The teachers, the parents, they was all worried, but I couldn't communicate with them. One of the parents actually did a bold move. She actually called me. She got my number. I forgot who she got my number from, my cell phone. I got a call from an unknown number. Uh, it was the day we were having some event at the school, and she was just worried about me, and she just like, I'm gonna call him because I need to talk to him. I need to hear his voice. So she called me. I'm like, hello. I'm thinking it's, I don't know. I just saw unknown caller, or unknown ID or whatever. I'm like, oh crap, this somebody about to orchestrate some grand attack and fall out of the tree or something. But she was like, oh yeah, this is yada yada yada. I got your number. Hopefully you're not mad. I'm like, you know, you're not supposed to be doing this. She's like, I know. I just had to hear your voice and yada yada yada. Um, but yeah, it was a time. It was a time. But we're on the tail end of it now. Kept my job, so that was my middle finger moment. To everybody that hated and wanted to do wrong, or yeah. I have no regrets being a teacher. No regrets. What's up, Welcome K? We speaking to the choir about not being left in his family. I know. Yeah, like that shit is annoying. Like, what was y'all doing? I was just wasting time. I was just wasting time here, just mindlessly going through this freaking matrix with nothing. I don't even want kids, but I'm gonna make sure I don't know if my sisters are having babies, but my nieces and nephews, if they come, y'all gonna be straight cousins. All the youngins that's coming after me, even though you're not coming from my loins and my sack, I'm gonna take care of y'all because ain't nobody do it for me. So let me be that person. Let me be that person. Appreciate you, welcome, K. But it was sick. It was sick. It was sick. There was one day, I woke up this one morning and I don't know what set me off, but that morning, I don't know. I went to sleep not feeling great mentally, and I woke up and, at that point I was like waking up, checking my phone, like something I usually don't do. Automatically, as soon as I wake up, on the phone. Because when I say the notifications were rolling in like crazy. Like, when I tell you, one morning I had like 15K followers. I went to bed and woke up the next morning. I was at like 70 something K. So all those notifications mixed with the comments, the likes, the DMs, the bro, it was crazy. But I saw something that morning that set me off. I freaking cut my phone off, fed the dog, made sure he was straight, walked him, and I disappeared. Like phone off. No one could contact me. I had my family freaking out. I just had to get away. And they was thinking worst case scenario. They're all blowing on my phone because they were checking on me like every day, multiple times a day, because they're seeing what people are saying about me online. They're seeing how I'm responding to some of these people, and they know how I am as a person. So they were just checking on me periodically. This one day, they're calling my phone straight to voicemail, location's not available, nothing. So yeah. But here's what I did. I actually just went to the woods. I just went to the woods. That's like my space to regulate. Whenever shit is not going my way, I just retreat to the trees. I was literally up in a tree by the water at one of my favorite spots, and I sat there for hours. No phone. My phone was off that entire time. I was just sitting, contemplating existence, like hours. And I finally was like, okay, I need to go back home. Got to get my dog right. Got back home, and I was walking down the hallway, and I heard a door open and a door close, and I was like, I don't know, I'm weird, I guess. I know how my door sounds. My door sounds different than the other doors in the hallway. I'm like, that sounds like my door. So I walk up to the door. I didn't even get my key out. I just opened the door, pushed it, it opened. My dad, my mom, my sister, some of my line brothers in there. They were like, my mom was like, oh my God, Marquise. And ran up to me, gave me a hug. And like, they told me after the fact, like, they was expecting the worst. They didn't know what they were walking into. They thought that they already knew I was kind of unstable. And then I just wasn't talking to anybody. I just fell off the face of the earth. So they were expecting to walk into like a crime scene, but of course they didn't. I was just in the woods, and she was like, "Where were you?" I was like, "In the woods." She was like, "That's what I said. I knew you was out there somewhere in the trees." I was like, "Yeah, I had to get my life together." So sorry. Yeah, it was a time. It was a time. I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy. I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy. But it really made me want to fight people. I wanted to fight people. I wanted violence. I wanted violence. And even though I did respond to certain things as they came, I didn't respond in the manner in which I really wanted to. I didn't read people how I didn't go on my Clapback World Tour how I planned. I was literally planning I was saving accounts and compiling. I was going to make the content that was going to come from me chewing people out they would have probably had to make a TV show about me. But I decided not to do that. I decided not to stoop down to their level. But yeah, I pull away from the negativity and rooted myself more in the positivity, because despite having a bunch of dingbats saying crazy stuff about me, I had hundreds of thousands of people all over the planet supporting me. People from England. I was on the news in Japan. Literally, I have it saved on my phone. The freaking news report. Somebody sent it to me. I was on the news in Japan. People called my job from freaking Singapore. People were all over the country. I watch his videos. He does this, and you shouldn't fire him, because the word on the street was I was fired. People all over the planet was supporting me. I had mad support online. Yeah, I had a bunch of BS, but I also had mad support, mad love. So I was trying to rest more on that, because I don't know, sometimes I focus on like the bad, the negative. That's like, I think that's most people. We kind of hyper fixate on the negatives, just like in life. We don't take enough time to like be grateful for the things we do have. And that was that for me. I was just focusing too much on the negatives and like clapping back on this person, like fuck you and yada yada yada. But I'm like, you know what? Nah. What's up? I got my people here now. What's up? I got my community. So yeah. People are very mean. Yes, very mean. I felt the love. I did feel the love. So what did you learn about yourself during all that? I had pretty good self-control. That's what I learned. I had pretty good self-control. Despite the dark thoughts. The dark thoughts that plagued my mind during that time. I have immaculate self-control. That's what I learned about myself. Wagwan gang, wagwan. Wagwan, brother. Yeah, type shit. I'm trying to go through some of these questions. I missed it. Why don't you want kids? My biggest reason why I don't want kids right now is just the current state of the world and the direction in which I see our planet going isn't necessarily the best for future generations to come. So I would feel as though I'm doing my seed a disservice by bringing them into this world, seeing what I see now. I'm having a hard time existing myself. You mean I gotta bring another person into this world? Oh, you scared the shit out of me, dog. What happened? What is that?
A rap.
Yeah. I just heard some whispering on the side, and I look over, and
What is this?
we live.
On Twitch?
Twitch, we on Twitch, we on TikTok, we on Instagram.
Oh, right.
You wanna come in and say hi?
He's
Come in the camera.
Hi, chat.
That's my daughter, everyone.
He's on TikTok. TikTok Live, Twitch, Instagram. Yeah.
We'll get back to that question in a second.
Yeah, I had texted you and asked, did you want the rap? But you didn't respond, so I came down here.
Yeah, this is why.
Oh, okay.
Bro, I'm no longer BSing. Like, I'm on it now. You see it. I got the PC. This is your first time seeing all this. I got the setup now, so I'm about to post this, clip it up, and we about to keep doing this. We've been on for 2 hours.
Oh, thank you.
What you say?
Oh, I said somebody said I was pretty.
Oh.
They always say that.
And I never get any compliments.
Okay, well.
Yeah, she definitely skirt me.
I'll leave you to that.
You'll have to join sometime. Bye.
I'll just say hi.
Hi. Sorry. Let me do my teacher thing. Hold on. She's a real one, as you can see. She's a real one. Thanks, Sweet Pea. I will compliment you, but you're straight, so they're wasted on you. I mean, I still appreciate it, nonetheless. I've learned to accept comments from everyone and compliments from everyone. That girl who you just saw, my sister, she was a big part in making me feel more comfortable with receiving comments and compliments from the same sex, because it used to be something that made me feel extremely uncomfortable, being that I am a homosexual man. But she told me that kind of eased my mind about it. She was like, if you could pull both genders, that means you got it. I was like, oh, okay. That's a good way to look at it. So it gave me a perspective shift. So thank you. I'm not one of those like hyper masculine, like, oh, grr. No, I'm not like, nah. It's all love, as long as you're not being weird. I don't mind. I'll give dudes compliments too. I do it. Like, yeah, that dude's handsome. He has impeccable leg structure. His calves are nice. I admire his physique and his build. I aspire to have that. He's got some pretty good hygiene. Like I've reached that level of maturity and security within myself that I can accept compliments from men, even though I'm heterosexual, and I can also give compliments to men and not feel a way about it. And that's how it should be. Hetero. Oh, that's say homo by mistake. My bad. My fault. But yeah, hetero. But yeah, it used to be hard for me to accept compliments, but We grown now. We're more mature. My fault. It was a mistake. My bad. Can't clip that part because that's gonna be something. Shit. Y'all know what I meant though. Yeah, that was women for me makes me super uncomfortable. Wow. That's amazing. That's amazing. There's a gentleman on Instagram, for those on other platforms, saying how I'm assuming he's homosexual, and he's saying women flirting with him makes him super uncomfortable. I just think that's amazing. I think that's amazing. A little dinner break. She literally scared the shit out of me though. And some guard dog you are, you supposed to bark or something or growl if you fear her footsteps. Your ass is sleeping on the job. That was nothing short of spectacular. What type of pets do I have? I have a lot of pets. I have a dog. I have 2 lizards, a bearded dragon, and a leopard gecko. And I have a ball python named Butters, another ball python named Lucifer, another ball python named Ghost, a carpet python named Carlton, another carpet python named Felix Mendelssohn, and scarlet king snake named Johannes Brahms. Those are my animals. Y'all in school and the chicks used to do that. That used to piss me off. I don't know if that's a thing outside of the DMV, but going to school in Maryland, PG County, like the girls always had to do that. Whenever they talking or drinking something or telling a story, oh, you gotta smack. Excuse me. Dang, you must have just came in. You missed it. I'm single by choice. I'm single by choice. I'm single by choice. I just had a recent lady I was dating. It was quite well. I was saying how she was an immaculate woman, very exceptional, exquisite even. But it's just not my season to be in a relationship right now. I have more self work to do. I have more self work to do before I do that. I have to cultivate a better relationship with myself before I can get in a relationship with another woman. Because my next one, like, I'm trying to be for you. Like, that's it. So I'm trying to prepare myself to be the man that my future woman needs and desires. It's like I have certain things that I desire. I want to be desired by that person and have all the things, so she doesn't have to go other places looking for something, or none of that. Yeah. Lucifer, why? Yeah. I named him Lucifer because Lucifer is a misunderstood entity in religion. Lucifer means light bearer or the light bringer. So to bring light. Light has always been indicative of knowledge. So in esoteric traditions, the more light you have, the more knowledge or wisdom that you possess. Lucifer wasn't necessarily a bad entity. Lucifer essentially was, how can I explain it without going too deep into it? Lucifer possessed the knowledge of good and evil, but he himself is not inherently evil. He just basically told it like it is, and after that, we humans have the decision to do this, which is good, or do that, which is bad. So I think that whole storyline, I mean, yeah. I'm not the most religious person. I'm more in the religious deconstruction phase because I think they all say variations of the same thing. But I think the story of Jesus and Lucifer, God and Satan, all this is things that happen internally within our own makeup. So Lucifer being a misunderstood entity or title, I named the snake that because he bit me the first night I brought him home. But it wasn't because he's a bad snake, which is what I thought at first. It was just he was stressed out from the move, and he had a bad owner before. He was abused and neglected, so he was stressed, and I tried to hold him, and he bit me. But he's not a bad snake. So I named him Lucifer because he's misunderstood. Do I believe in therapy? Yes. I plan on going back soon, but I'm in the process of trying to find a therapist. I've been in therapy, learned a lot, but can't say that they've been the best experiences. And from what I've learned from people's success stories with therapy, it takes a lot of time and intention with finding a good therapist. So I'm still trying to find a good therapist, but I'm not one anymore that frowns upon it or like demonizes it, because a lot of men, especially like a lot of men, are like that. Like, I don't need therapy. A lot of us do, for sure. For sure. Yeah. I do believe in therapy. Has this live been cathartic for you? Actually, we have no recollection of the meaning of that word, so we're gonna have to Google that one. Providing psychological relief through open expression of strong emotions causing catharsis. I'd say that is a very appropriate word to use to describe how I'm feeling regarding this live. Yes. Yes. Finding a good therapist is like dating. Facts. Shit. Yeah, so I ain't against it. I'm just trying to find somebody. Seeing what you went through is pure motivation. I appreciate that. That means a lot to me. If you don't get one thing from me, hopefully you got the message of resilience. It's one thing I was telling my students about that. Like, I'm giving y'all valuable lessons for real. Stand on it. Stand on business, 10 toes, and be rooted in yourself. Light always triumphs over darkness in the end. The truth always comes to light. I was tested, and I passed the test because I didn't have any shit. I'm not a bad person. If you do good things happen to you. If you do bad shit happens to you. So if I was actually a bad person that fit the description of what people were saying about me, it would have went a different way. I'd be in the cell beside Diddy, but I'm on summer break right now, so for sure. So I appreciate you. And thanks. I hand selected this song. I was like, you know what vibe are we going for? I had a few songs that I downloaded for this live, and I was like, this matches the vibe we're going for. Yes. Thank you. And I love when he does when he uses the pillow like a human. I love when dogs do that. He's got his head up on the pillow now. Sometimes I just stare at him. In amazement. I'd be like, that's my dog. Sorry, I didn't mean to disturb you. I'd be like, that's my dog for real. My inner child is so happy because I used to want a dog growing up. Oh, you decided to come closer to us. You heard us talking about you. Yeah. You heard us talking about you. You have to come close. All right, thanks. Yeah, so I'd be looking at him sometime like, this is really my dog for real. I got a whole predator laying next to me. Imagine that. Yeah, I appreciate that. Yeah, he's my support animal right there. Thank you. He's a little beautiful dog. He's a handsome boy. Takes after his old man. For sure. He was sleeping. I just scared him out of his sleep, grabbing my glasses. We definitely shot past the time. I said 10:15, but time flies when you're having fun. So, let's pick a number between 1 and 10. Can someone pick a number between 1 and 10? The first number that I see is, I'm not going to give you any context. I just need a number between 1 and 10. 8. I saw 8 first, so we're going to do 8 more questions from my little Instagram question thing. Sound good? Is that cool with everybody? And we'll turn off and then we'll tune back in next time, because this was nice. We're going to do more of this. I got the whole setup now. I'm standing on business this time and doing shit that I say I'm going to do. So, yes. Dogs are the best. Pits are the best as well. Sweetest dogs, very misunderstood. Very misunderstood. But we're going to do 8 more questions. Let's go ahead. Let's do that. Where do we leave off? Somebody asked, can I see that wax result? We're not going to count that as a question, but I'm also just going to include the wild things that people be saying. This was in response to a waxing video that I put up on my account, my first time getting waxed. I put that up on my page. Of course, you didn't see everything, but it was just, I vlogged the whole experience, and they asked if they could see the wax result. No, you cannot. Very inappropriate question. Next. My favorite subject to learn when I was a student in school, science. Anything science related. Science was amazing. My favorite subject, I would have to say, favorite and most challenging. Yeah, that's probably the most challenging course I took in college. Or one up. No, that probably takes the cake. Ichthyology, which is the study of fishes. Very amazing class, but super difficult, super complicated. A lot of information you got to remember. It was a time. But anything science, and particularly ichthyology, was my favorite. Wildlife management was another class that I took. I took a lot of field trips in college, believe it or not. And I would tell my friends that was just like unheard of. But I took hella field trips in college due to my major. We was outside. We were in the woods. We were like doing fun stuff. Of course, we were in the classroom, in the labs, of course, but we were out doing a lot of fun stuff. You're so cool. You're cooler. What is my definition of success? Being able to make a difference in the lives of other people, enjoying what you do, not regretting or not dreading waking up every day, getting to set your own schedule, being financially independent, being fulfilled internally. That's what success looks for me. Fulfilling your purpose and making a difference on this planet and leaving it a better place than you found it. Success. How do you plan to turn this for your greater good? Don't let your darkness cloud your light. I mentioned this before. I'm just capitalizing on the audience that I've accumulated. This incident has put me in front of more of my target audience, and for that I'm grateful for it. So what I'm doing now, case in point, this live, I'm doing more of what I said I'm going to do. People ask me to do these lives, I tell myself I'm going to do it, but then I was not doing them. So just turning the pain into my fuel. The shit that pisses me off, the shit that makes me angry about what people say, the situation, about my struggles, life stressors, just the inevitable suffering of existing on this rock, using that as fuel to propel you to where you want to go. That's like the it's easier said than done, but that's literally what we need to do. All the shit, just think about the shit that pisses you off. Like, I'm sick that it's just so expensive to exist, and I gotta worry about money. But I want to get to a point I don't have to worry about that. Even though money's not everything, we've created a world in which it's kind of, you kind of need it to just do anything. Even if you want to get out of the system, you got to pay some money, unfortunately. So, yeah, using this and capitalizing on the opportunity that was placed in front of me, and continuing to give people that something to hate on. Yeah. Appreciate you, Jay. How many kids do I have? Human children, 0, but I have several animals. You're one of the finest teachers I've seen with a heart. Appreciate you. When did your love for animals start? Back in like elementary school. I was always outside trying to find critters, looking for animals, watching Animal Planet, Discovery, National Geographic. So yeah, it's been a minute. And my family didn't really let me get the animals that I wanted. I had like fishes and a little turtle, hermit crab, but the things I actually wanted I couldn't get. So that made me want animals even more. How long have I been a teacher? This is year 5. Just finished out year 5. What is your favorite hobby to do? It honestly depends on the day. One day I could be climbing trees. Another day I could be in the water on the kayak. The next day I could be freaking trying to do calisthenics. Next day I could be drawing or playing the guitar or the piano or painting or creating videos or writing, training the dog, in the garden, going hiking. It just depends on the day. I like to do a bunch of stuff to keep my mind busy. I do a lot to keep my mind busy because my mind is just overactive. June 21st is my birthday. It actually just passed. First day of summer. The summer solstice. Longest day of the year. God was taking his time. Do I have a chance with you? Distance ain't nothing but a number. You don't have a chance. 1, I don't know you. 2, I don't do distance. I need to be able to touch you. Have I ever considered opening a micro school? Never heard of a micro school, but opening a school, having some type of program, for sure. Yeah. Are you bisexual? Asking for a friend. Nah, I'm not bisexual. You know what? Now that we on the topic, what I don't appreciate is how men that don't necessarily fit the traditional image of what masculinity should be are automatically seen or viewed as like homosexual or bisexual. Like if you see a man that likes to take care of himself, who, likes a nice manicure and a pedicure, I'll even go as far as painting my own nails, twisting my hair. I don't have a problem with like getting the hair out of my face, tying a little 2 pigtails, doing a face mask, right? Doing yoga. I have nice skin. I have good hygiene. My ass doesn't stink. Like when you start to take care of yourself and you're just comfortable with your being, that you're automatically put in this category of like, oh, I don't understand that, but no, I'm not bisexual. And that's probably not the last time I'm going to get that question. So no, I just don't fit the traditional. Don't get me wrong, like I'm a man through and through, but I'm a balanced man. I'm in touch with my masculine, but also my divine feminine, and I don't have a problem with displaying that. I don't have a problem with being vulnerable, but certain things like those, when you express that as a man, especially as a heterosexual man, people look at you otherwise. But so no, I'm not bisexual. Don't have any plans to go that route either. People keep asking about the cane. Why the cane? I have no idea what people are talking about. What do you want to be doing 2 to 3 years from now? Probably just be mentally stable. That's where we're looking to. I'm not even thinking. I'm just trying to take it day by day. But yeah, 2 to 3 years from now, I hope to see myself, or I hope to be a little bit more mentally stable. So that's the main priority, the main goal for sure. Friend, why they want you to be everything but straight? I don't know. Well, I do know. Somebody actually said it in a couple people. They said the gays love you. Let me try to find the message actually. It's like they trying to. It's like I don't know, like Jehovah's Witnesses going to your door trying to convert you. I'm straight, literally. I'm not looking for that shit. Stay on topic. But yeah, they just like they're trying to convert me. It ain't that type of party. But nah, men can take care of themselves. Men can be balanced, and men can still love and admire and want to only be with a woman. It's possible. It's possible. It's possible to be a soft man, but stern and diligent when needed. As a man, I feel like you should be resting in your balanced state, but always have that monster in the tuck. Always have that monster in the tuck. Every man, if you consider yourself a man, you should be capable of great damage. Your existence should be a defiance to authority, and you should be a weapon. You should weaponize your existence, and you need to keep that on the tuck. You need to be a controlled, self-aware crash out, and only crash out when it's needed to protect yourself, to protect your friends, to protect your family. Yes. Yes. I just see you as a man who's in tune with his own nature, soft-hearted, genuine, and honest. I try my best to be, you know. Thanks for seeing me. And me needs to have a feminine side that's given by God, for sure. Literally. We got both. We have both. That's one of the Hermetic principles. It's always that polarity. Dark, light, good, bad, male, female, up, down, left, right. It's all throughout the cosmos. I've been waiting for my face mask in Unsolved Mysteries part. I don't know about the Unsolved Mysteries part, but face mask for sure. Face mask. We can paint each other's nails. Like I'm open to that now. I'm open to that. Well, no, I'm not getting no color, of course, but I ain't doing all that. But I'll paint my nail. I'll give myself a nice clear coat. But like I crave that level of intimacy. As a adult, I've learned that there's more ways to be intimate than sexually. There's other ways to be intimate. And I crave those. Even though I'm not in the season to be in a relationship, I do crave that. I love being single. I love just being free and, you know, just having to date myself. But I also get lonely and crave those feelings of just intimacy and wanted to just be cuddled up and to just do things with your person. Do a face mask, shower together, wash each other's face, you know, just shit like that. Yeah. One day though. One day. I tell people I enjoy single life. They find it so hard to believe. I'll be enjoying the single life until it hit about 9 o'clock. About 9 o'clock, I'll be in here. Be just looking at the dog. Be like, damn, it's just us. Just us. He's nice and all, but we'd love to have a female human in there. But I do enjoy it. And that's another part of why I didn't want to. Committing to someone and saying yes to someone means saying no to a lot of other things. And I was not ready to say no to certain things. I wasn't ready to commit. And I told her, I was like, you deserve someone who is certain that they want you and you're their person and they're ready to say yes and choose you. The fact that I'm hesitant about that says enough for me. But I'm not ready to give up that freedom because I enjoy flirting. I'm a huge flirt. I like to go out and flirt, and I don't want to have to worry about, I don't know, like being dishonest or not being loyal. I just want to do me, and I'm enjoying that now. Somebody asked, like, how am I taking this newfound stardom? I'm not gonna lie, it's increased my screen time significantly, but I just get to meet a bunch of people, and I get to meet a lot of pretty ladies. A lot of pretty ladies, you know. get to meet a lot of pretty ladies, but yeah, it's cool. It's cool. What has been your main stress reliever? Mary Jane. Next question. What's next in your career? No idea. No idea. That's why, like, I can't even entertain the thought of having a child right now. Do you mean I gotta bring someone else in this world and tell them what to do and how to live his life when I don't even know what the hell I'm doing myself? It's no way. I'm gardening right now. As soon as I end this live, I'm gonna go hop in the. Actually, no. I'm gonna walk the dog first because he's due for a potty break. Have his dinner marinating while we're walking. Come in, feed him, shower, and I'm gonna garden right along with you. I wish I could garden on the live, but I gotta protect my image a little bit. You know, I gotta. Yeah. But for sure, I'm definitely doing that after this. For sure. For sure. For sure. For sure. Can I take you out? Nah. Yo. Alright, another wild question. Do you like to be rimmed? And at first when I saw this, I didn't even know what it was. I had to freaking look it up. I wish I didn't. I wish I didn't. No. I don't like any, like, butt play. I don't like no butt play. I don't like any butt play. No. Keep the booty play. The booty warriors, keep them away. Not a fan. But do you though? I'm not one to judge, but nah. What is rimmed? A rim job is, let me try to say this without getting flagged. It is, if I remember correctly, when you perform oral favors to someone's port of excrement. Hopefully we got that. That's what a rim job is. I'm good. I'm good off that. From anybody. Because I know ladies be doing that too. This is a dude that said that. And I know chicks be doing that too. Not my type of party. I actually had a chick before, like, ask me about, what was it? Pegging? Again, I had to, my innocent 28, this was just last year. My innocent 28-year-old mind never even heard of pegging. So I'm like, pegging? I'm like, okay, let me Google this. Another, wish I never looked it up. Because now that image is just ingrained and etched in my soul. But yeah, she mentioned pegging and wanting someone to peg. And I guess, I don't know how she was talking. It's like I was a candidate. No. Like, you can't make this stuff up. You can't make this stuff up. You just can't make this stuff up. You can't make this stuff up. Somebody asked me, did I really wax down there? Yes, I did get a wax. I got a manzillion for the first time like a year and a half ago. And it was the worst and best experience of my life. Painful process. I had to keep checking down there to make sure the soldier was still connected. But after, smooth as a whistle. And it was like that for like almost 2 weeks. Smooth. I'm used to getting a little stubble back in freaking 2 days, but this was, yeah. Haven't been back yet. I want to, but yeah. Have you always been a gentle soul, or was it a learning experience as you've grown up? I've not always been a gentle soul. I've always been kind of sweet, but I did go through like an evil phase. I was an evil person, and like in the middle school into, I say it stretched till about college. I'm not gonna lie, I was an evil person. I had a lot of just unrepressed and unprocessed shit that I was just crazy. I ain't gonna go into that, but yeah, nah. We're definitely over 8 questions, but I'm enjoying myself, so if there are no objections, I'm just gonna keep going with the questions. Really, I can't see. A lot of people can't. I tell a lot of people that, like, the person y'all see now is not the person who I used to be, but that's life. It's how it's supposed to be. You're supposed to grow. But I was an evil person. I did a lot of evil things to myself, towards others, said a lot of harmful, crazy stuff. Wasn't the best steward for the environment. I'm not going to go into detail about that, but yeah, I've made some pretty shit decisions, but all of it came from internal perturbations that were just unresolved. But now I'm getting better. Another wild question. I'm curious if it's uncut. And just so y'all don't think I'm capping, I don't know if y'all can see that. Is that the right one? Yeah. This is not even scratching the surface of the questions that I get. This is just barely scratching the surface. Do you like women who shoot their shot? I don't mind it. I'm cool with shooting my shot. If I don't see you and you see the freaking courts open and you think you have a chance, shoot it. Worst I can say is no. But yeah, I do like that. But when I say I like women to shoot their shot, I mean I want them to actually shoot their shot. Like, I've seen videos on TikTok where it says, like, oh, this is how women flirt, or when we want you, this is what we do. And it's like I don't know, something like a series of looks that you give. And then it's like from there, it's like, oh, the ball's in your court. It's like, nah, if you see something, because me as a man, I'm always like over analyzing, overthinking situations. So I'm like, damn, should I approach this person? Like, I don't know what type of history she's had, or what association she has with men, or if she's even interested in men. Or damn, she looks kind of like she don't want to be bothered right now, or I don't want to seem too creepy, or is my approach this? And I be thinking about so much. So it's like, it will help me or help us guys so much if y'all are just straightforward and honest and y'all approach. Don't be nervous, and that'll probably win us over even more if you come over, you're nervous and you're kind of stuttering and shit. That's like, oh, that's how I met your mother. You know, it could be a start of a beautiful love story. But that whole like quick little glances and like and like going away, like, no. If you see me and you trying to say what's up, ski. Sexy Red said it best. So don't sit there and freaking, yeah, just say something. See something, say something, and do something about it. How do you deal with so many people shooting their shot at you? That's it. Literally that. Not as harsh, but literally that. What's your favorite feature on a woman? Man, my favorite feature on a woman, that thootie, hold on, that like thootie meat right there, like especially when they like sit down and it's like that little loin, that little pork tenderloin, man. Oh yeah, that part, the thootie meat for sure. What's another one? I like a nice lower back. I'm not talking. I don't want to see a. I mean, if you got tattoos there, that's fine. But a nice, clean. I mean, hopefully you're clean. But a nice, smooth lower back, and when like your shirt rise up a little bit, like you lean over, like what's that, and then your like lower back come out. It's just. And if you got dimples. Yeah. For sure. I'm trying to think of anything else. I'm not trying to give you the typical answers like the chest, the behind. I'm trying to give you like other answers. I like really nice hair. I like nice hair, especially when it's natural. I like natural women. I'm not. I don't knock makeup and this, that, and the third, or extensions and whatever. But underneath of that, I need you to be rooted in yourself and know that you are beautiful in your natural state. And I want you to know that. Anything you do on top of that, your lipstick, your makeup, that's cool. But I need you to know that you're beautiful in your natural form when you wake up in the morning. So I love like nice natural hair, especially when it smells nice. Yes, I like nice smelling hair. I like women's necks. This is kind of weird, but a nice neck that's nice and just smooth and aesthetic. I like a nice neck for sure. Like neck in like this area, I tend to like to caress kind of that area. So I do appreciate that on a woman. And pretty hands. I like nice hands. But my favorite is the thooty meat. She asked me why. I have no idea. But that thooty meat is something. It's something. They're almost like. I'm not going to say what I was going to say. Sorry, I'm taking my little sister. I gave my little sisters their first pet snake, and she's texting me asking about it. So I'm gonna respond to her before I forget. Brought me to add some new elements. Tank enrichment. Yeah. That what now? That thooty meat. The thooty. That thigh, booty, junction. THOOTY. Thooty. Thooty meat. It's like that cuff. That fluff that's right there. You can see it really when you sit down. Everyone has a little thooty meat, but you gotta have a little junk in the trunk for it to actually protrude. How I'm talking, I'm not talking about like big, great grand, freaking minivan ass, but just like a decent, just like a little, I can't explain it. Just had a piece of paper, I draw it. I do have, I'm not gonna draw it, but thooty meat. Yes. Very, very nice question. I've actually never been asked that, but thank you. All right. Let's see if we got any new questions. A lot of these are repeats. Like, oh, I like you. Are you single? I want it. Does being an educator get in the way of your dating life? No, it kind of complicates it. First of all, being an educator saps me of all of my energy. So I don't be wanting to do anything once I'm done. I pour so much of myself and I'm on call all day, every day. Bro, I be so burnt out. I don't be wanting to do any, like I be getting home and this dog be annoying me. He just be happy to see me. I be like, bro, can I get a minute to myself to just breathe before someone else is asking me for something? So yeah, I say it makes it more complicated because I just be burnt out all the time. I don't be wanting to deal with people. And also being an educator opens you up to a new arena of temptation. So, yes, we'll leave that at that. Dealing with your recent controversy, what were some of your outlets to help? Mary Jane, being outside, my punching bag, my dog. Yes. Is it okay to ask a person you are taking on a first date if they have any allergies? Yeah, it's okay. I mean, you want to make sure you don't hurt them. You go to a seafood place and they got a shellfish allergy. I mean, that'd probably be good to know. So I think it is okay if you ask the person you're going to date if they have allergies. I think that's very mature of you. What does your daily workout routine consist of? I'm not gonna lie, I don't be working out how I should be. Even though it looks like it, I look like I'd be in the gym all the time. I don't. I've had a six pack since I was in high school. Actually, before I was in high school, when I was in middle school, I had a six pack since I was in middle school. Pretty decent like definition. It's just from just living an active lifestyle. I try my best to be active. Where are you reading these questions? They're from Instagram, actually. I put up a poll. It was a while back, but I saved it to my gallery. I'm just going through these questions because I told myself I would make a video talking about it. I was gonna make a video, but this is more authentic. It helps me flow more. We've been having a lot of good conversations. This wouldn't have happened if I was on. I mean, I would have still gotten on tangents because that's just how my mind works. But it's better when it's like community. This is community right here. We've been vibing out for literally 3 hours and 4 minutes, which is crazy. This is a successful first stream in my book. This is successful. I'm quite pleased and I'm quite thankful for all of you for being here and listening to me rant about any number of things. Would you believe me if I said we'd be very good friends? No. Why haven't you unblocked me on TikTok? Because your mod got mad. I called you Zaddy. So weird. Well, probably shouldn't have called me Zaddy. So, but you have to take that up with my mod. I guess they got kicked out by one of my live moderators on TikTok because they called me Zaddy. And I think they did that being weird, being annoying, because I think that live I was talking about how I don't like being called daddy. I don't like the typical name like daddy and baby, and I don't like that. Don't call me daddy. That's not hot for me. Don't call me baby. I'm not your offspring. I'm not your father. I didn't produce you or take part in producing you, so don't call me daddy or any variation of the term. Can you test my game out? Sector, play, Google it. I'm not gonna lie, probably not, because I'm not a gamer. It's nothing personal. I'm just not a gamer. I'm not a gamer. So what names do you like? I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I don't really like any of the mushy names and shit for real. But I guess something that I can tolerate. I guess Boo is fine. The only person I don't feel weird about calling me baby is my aunt. She calls me her baby. I don't mind that. That's my auntie. So I guess like Boo, Love, Sweetheart, King's pretty popular. I don't really mind that. You know, Royalty, I guess. But yeah, just no daddy, no baby. Babe's cool. I'll take babe. I'll take that. Run a tight ship over there. Hey. What can I say? I know trigonometry, geometry, egonometry, anything that ends with tree. I'm a teacher too. You would be my work Teacher Bae if I worked at your school. I don't need any more Teacher Baes. I told myself I'm not doing that anymore because it just complicates things. I'm not doing that anymore. Teacher Baes, it'd be nice in the moment. It'd be nice, but it gets sticky. It gets sticky real quick. So nah, I probably had to turn you down. But if you were a baddie, I'd probably give in to temptation. Not gonna lie to you. Why don't you have a wife yet? Hmm. Would you date someone joining the military and you guys just met? Nah. I'm not trying to date anybody in the military. I'm not gonna lie to you. I guess I do run a tight ship over here. Somebody said I run a tight ship. Do I date outside my race? I used to be more open to it. Now, not so much, but I'm not completely opposed to the idea. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not racist or anything, but I probably would not date I don't use a palm colored individual. Probably wouldn't. Just too much of a cultural difference. Nah. You have to have somewhat of an abundance of melanin in order to be accepted on this ride. Yes. So nah, not really. I don't really date outside my race. Used to though. I've had my fun. I've had my fun. Too much fun. Sometimes, but I think that concludes those questions for today. So I guess I'll leave the final. What is it? 11:24. I'll leave the final 5 minutes for your questions here. People that are here. If y'all got questions before I get off and continue with my life. Again, we're gonna do this. We're gonna do this often. This was nice. Maybe next time I announce it so we can get more people in here. But this was nice. A little impromptu, little thing. I was just out in the garage gardening. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go live and I'm gonna answer questions and it's gonna be real nice and I'm gonna have the music and it's gonna be my people in here and we're gonna catch a vibe. So hopefully y'all found something of value here, or just I was able to entertain you a little bit. Hopefully you heard something that resonated with you, something that can help you. Just help you steer you in the right direction. Maybe steer someone else in the right direction. Yeah. I'm glad you caught it. What is one of the biggest joys you get out of teaching? First of all, I love my students. As annoying as these little buggers are, I freaking love them. And I tell them that. I tell them all the time. I was like, I love y'all. I tell them that. And they say, I love you back. It doesn't have to be weird. As a teacher, of course I got to teach science, but I also want to teach them viable life lessons. We have, I don't know, in society today, we only view love as romantic, but there's more to love than romanticism. You love your mom and your dad or auntie, grandma, but you're not in a relationship. You're not romantically involved with them, but you have a relationship. It's a strong bond. There's love there. You care about that person and it should be reciprocated. So I tell my students straight up. And the reason I'm still in the shit dealing with all the bullshit of being a teacher is because I love them. I love them and I want better for them. And it makes me happy being able to show up for them and make them feel seen and make them feel heard, and the excitement they see on their face when they finally get to have my class after years of hearing the older kids in my class, and they're finally here and they're just super excited to do everything science related, or pulling up to a basketball game, soccer game, baseball, softball, band concert, orchestra concert, theater performance, award ceremony, you name it, and seeing their react. Literally every time I pull up to an event, it could be in the middle of a freaking assembly, pin drop quiet, I walk in the room, Mr. White, Mr. White, they're all trying to say what's up. That gives me an indescribable feeling, and that fulfills my soul and gives me purpose. So yeah, my students are my kids too. I love my students for sure. They're the kids. They're my children that I can just give back. Fortunately, I love them. So yeah, the kids. Yeah, that's what gets me up and keeps doing it. I got to keep showing up. For them. I got to serve. This is what I'm doing now. It's what I was called to do, and I can't leave these kids hanging. I got to serve my purpose while I'm here. But yeah. Yeah, I love those little buggers. It's not the word I want to use, but use your imagination. Did you paint that picture? The wave? If you're talking about the wave, nah. That's like a tapestry? Nah. I actually want to, though. I actually want to do the Great Wave. That's something I've been putting off for a while. Doing that painting. Let me show y'all what I have been working on. And as in working, I mean, started it in a hyperfixation and then put it down once I lost it. But I'm planning on getting it back. I didn't start painting it yet. I just drew it. I drew it first. Let me see if y'all can see it. It's me and my dog. Hopefully y'all can see that. Can y'all see that? So I haven't painted it yet. I drew it, or I gotta finish drawing it, sketching it out. But it's one of my hobbies. Whenever I'm in that hyperfixation, I don't know what HD means, but the doctor said I got 80 of them. So I'm just always doing any number of things, and I'm like a fleety animal, hopping to one thing to the next, which is kind of like a blessing and a curse. I have too many interests and talents, and I'm super inquisitive, and it's hard for me to tie down on one thing, so I tend to jump from thing to thing. Yeah. Yes. I don't know where the dog went. He's probably waiting at the door. That's his recall whistle. We'll see if he listens and not embarrass me. Maybe it wasn't loud enough. Well, I don't know what the hell he's doing. What the hell took you? Were you in a meeting? What the hell took you? You're in a meeting with your community? Huh? Do I read? Not as much as I should. Not as much as I need to. Do you think meeting someone online is okay? I have. I've met people start off online, and we decided to take a leap of faith and meet each other in real life. I mean, I don't knock it. I do appreciate. Hopefully, y'all can still hear me with this mic far away. I do appreciate in-person meetings and like that organic interaction. But you know, I don't. Okay, all right. I'm trying to finish up here, and I'm about to deal with you in a second, brother. If you could just, yeah, if you could just, thank you. You smell like corn chips. What's up, Dad? Stop, bro. Your breath smell like graham crackers? No, tin cans of bounce that air. Yeah, I mean, but I get how it can be scary. You just never know, especially with this whole catfish thing. You just never know. You never know. Yeah, he loved me. I ain't getting licked. I don't feel like getting licked. Yeah, I do have a little bit of a sense of humor. I can be funny. I really like dry humor and sarcasm. It's like my classroom management tactic, just sarcasm, dry humor, and clapbacks. It's the reason I've survived 5 years with middle school. They have a time in there too. It's like yeah. I try my best to make learning enjoyable as I possibly can. We got to sit there for hours, learn a bunch of senseless shit. The least I can do is make it entertaining. As a teacher now, if you want to be successful, you low-key got to be an entertainer. You got to entertain them and keep them engaged to some degree. Especially the younger kids, like elementary. Well, I'd say, I mean, once you get to a certain age, yeah, it's good to be, it's as adults, if you're taking a class, it's good to be entertained as an adult so you can learn better and more effectively. But it's even more needed for the younger years. They need to be entertained. And if you can entertain them and teach them shit at the same time, you got them. You got them. You got them. I don't like the ones that play. I don't like them either. I just play more. I play more. Y'all want to play? I'm going to play too. And play harder. You want to be smart? You want to get smart? I'm going to get smarter. Every time. Every time. It works. It works. Usually don't have a lot of behavioral issues. I can count on one hand how many, in the 5 years I've been there, I can count on one hand how many like issues I've had. And I mean issues where I had to like write a documentation form or like contact the parents or like pull them to the side and have conversation with them because they're acting erratic. I'd say what, 4 times? 4? Yeah. And that just goes to show effective classroom management, building rapport with the students, with the parents too. It works wonders in your classroom. That's why I be having veteran teachers ask me like, "Whoa, what do you do to keep them engaged?" And they're always talking about science and they're super excited. And yeah, I'm just like, I try. I put forth effort. I don't just care about the curriculum. Yeah, I gotta teach you stuff, but I also care about the whole child. It's what we learned in the PD, right? All that professional development, caring and love, and teaching the whole child. It's more than just science, history, and freaking math. You got to care about the child. You got to make them feel seen, make them feel heard, make them feel like they matter. Once they have those needs met in your classroom, then they can go off and learn some shit from you, and they'll be more willing to hear what you have to say. If you hear them out and actually take genuine interest in the things that they care about and what they talk about and so on and so forth, of course within reason, you got to have boundaries there, but taking time to make that child feel seen and heard and like they matter does wonders for your classroom management. Wonders for sure. Dartboard in the classroom is definitely a cheat code. Definitely don't think it's like legal. I'm supposed to have in there because like it's, I guess it could be considered a weapon, sharp object. And we definitely destroyed the wall, but it's like one of those walls like it was meant to, you can like put posters on and bulletins and stuff, but we destroyed that wall. But yeah, definitely a cheat code, and I haven't heard any complaints about it. I've had the principal in there, he's seen it, he's literally walked in on a dart game straight up. I've had his boss, the area manager, come to the school. No issues. She loves my classroom, always talks about my snakes. That's the homie. Connecting to them on their level, just like with parents, for sure. And I've said that before. You got to meet the kids where they are and build them up. Like people during that whole scandal, people were complaining to me about like, oh, like you're so inappropriate. Why are you calling them your bestie, or why are they calling you bestie? Like, are you a Martian? Do you live under a freaking rock? Like, do you not know the contemporary vernacular that these individuals use today? Bro, phonem, what's up, twin, OG, unk, bro, sis, it's given. Like, I use their slang and ebonics, and you'd be surprised at just that little thing that I do, how much that helps my efficacy in the classroom. Like, of course, like I said before, like, we're not actual best friends. I'm not meeting up with minors on the weekend to get coffee in a movie. Like, I just say bestie just as like a term of endearment, like sir or madam, right? Or brother, sister. Bestie. What's up, bestie? Oh, hey girl, what's up, my boy? Dap him up, like yeah, little things like that. You'd be surprised at how that helps. I hated the whole scandal too. I'm not gonna hold you. Not gonna hold you. All right, man. I think about that time. You see yourself moving up to high school? Probably not. When I leave this school, I'm not going to another school. I'm not going to another school. I would try to substitute high school. I would like to just see what it's like for sure. Substitute, that's the most I'll do in high school. Is being a real teacher, full-time teacher in high school? Absolutely not. Nah. I have no desire. Remember, oh, you probably weren't here, but I never really wanted to be a teacher. I like halfway want to be a teacher now. It's just like I'm here. The profession kind of chose me. So I'm just here serving my purpose until the universe shows me otherwise. But right now I'm being shown that this is what I'm supposed to be doing. So I'm here serving and trying to make a difference. And when another place needs me, I'll go. I'll go. So the most I'll do is sub high school. Other than that, nah. I am still teaching. Right now I'm not teaching. I'm on summer break. So I'm just a regular 29-year-old guy just having a time on summer. Okay, Dr. Alright, T. Thanks for being a trooper and staying with me and listening to me rant. We'll catch you next time. But yeah, I'm definitely about to get off of this. We went by the time I said like 3 times already. And I always do that. Every time I go live, I'm like, I'm going to get off in this time. And then an hour later, we're on a whole nother topic. But, you know, that's what makes for great lives. That's what makes for great lives. Again, we've been on Instagram, we've been live on TikTok, and we've been streaming on Twitch. And we've had quite a crowd today. So I want to take this time to thank you all for being here. And we'll catch you on the next one. The next time I go live, so I can give y'all like a general. I might make a flyer too, just like to announce it beforehand, just to put on people's radar. Because today was just sporadic, spur of the moment thing. But like I'm trying to be more organized. I already have everything planned out, all my topics and stuff. I'm organized in that sense. But as far as like when I'm gonna do it, like I don't know. But I need to set a schedule because that's something I need to improve on. Is setting a schedule, sticking to it, being consistent, being disciplined. Hey, don't we all need to do that? We all need a little more of that. So I'm glad y'all enjoyed, and I hope y'all tune into the next one. Shout out to the people. Well, question: if you've been in the whole time, can you put like put the damn I guess something simple, the thumbs up if you've been here like the whole time, or for the majority of this live. We've been live for 3.5 hours. And I'm just curious to see like if people have been here the whole time. Chee. That's crazy. And that's another thing that's crazy to think about. Like, it's people that you could be doing anything in the world right now with your time, but you chose to spend it with me. And that to me is pretty profound. That's pretty profound. That's quite profound. So I appreciate y'all. I appreciate that. Alright. Let me not drag this out anymore because I'll be on here another hour with y'all. So I'm going to catch y'all next time. With that being said, make good decisions and keep fighting the good fight. We're in this together. Love you. Bye. Got to end that one. We got to end it all separately. Okay, that one's over. Coming over to Instagram now. Shout out to y'all for being here. Love y'all. Bye. Oh shit, we're still live on Twitch. What's up, Twitch? If you're, I don't know, just there's still anyone here. Bro, I'm actually getting off this thing. Thank y'all for being here. I wasn't really looking at this screen. I'm sorry. Oh, you still in here, Sean? That just popped up, so that's gotta be new. Oh, what's up, my boy? Oh yeah, let me follow you, bro. Follow. There you go, brother. I'm actually about to get off this thing. Hopefully you not just coming in, because if you did, you missed the time. Okay, how'd I get that shit to go away now? Oh, I almost banned you. I just want to minimize this so I can see the chat. Okay, I don't know what I'm doing, so I can't see the. Oh, never mind. There it is. Nope, no, I can't. You know what? I don't know. I'm trying to figure. Your name popped up when I tried to follow you. I'm trying to get it off the screen so I can see the rest of the comment section, but I can't. So, I guess that's just a sign that I just need to get off. Nun house. I can't even see the damn question because this damn thing. Oh, there it is. No, I was here from the start. Hey, shout out to you, bro. Shout out to you, man. Thanks for hanging. I'm new to this Twitch thing. I'm trying it out. You know, I'm trying to make it big like the big timers. So appreciate you for being here, bro. You just earned yourself a follow back. Appreciate you for following me and being here and listening to me talk about a number of crazy shit. Appreciate you, brother. Catch you next time, man. How you like it? Everyone says it's better. I do like it. Today was my first time streaming like multi-platform, so it was pretty cool. It's like my third time streaming on Twitch, but the first time they were like test runs. But I enjoy it. Still kind of like a learning curve, but I enjoy it. What do you do? Are you like a gamer? Do you game or do reaction videos on here? Or what do you do on your profile? Nah, I just watch. Fair enough. Yeah, I'm gonna get into a little bit of that. Oh no, you just watch other people. I thought you meant like watch videos and stuff. Hey, ain't nothing wrong with that, man. Thanks for watching me. I'm honored to have you watching my stream. It means a lot. But I'm about to sign out though. Kind of stress reliever. Hey man, I appreciate that. Appreciate that. Hey, well we'll be back, bro. I'm about to do more of this. Sorry, I'm calling you bro. I don't know. I'm not trying to assume your gender. You know, we live in different times now. But hopefully you don't mind me calling you brother. But yeah, I'll catch you next time, man. Appreciate you. Alright, I gotta stop this shit. I feel like an old person.